Welcome, everybody, to our One Shot in Paradise with our lovely, lovely guest DM, Rosie Games. Welcome. Before we get started with the very fun adventure we have planned for tonight, I have a few announcements to make. Really just reminders of who our lovely stream partners are. Announcement-wise, we do have a lot of great content coming up. Next week, we have guest DM Josh Simons. That is going to be a great game. We got a really great cast for that. Me and Shan will be playing in that game as well. And then the week after, we have the much requested Shannon one-shot, where she will be DMing for us. I have already planned to be her emotional support character during that. Well, because I need to defend her. And rumor says, or is confirmed, that it will be Magic School Bus themed. It will be very exciting. The Saturday after that, we will have Duval guest DMing with a great cast as well. Stefan will be playing in that game, and I believe Clayton will be playing in that game. Who knows? But Stefan will definitely be there, and another amazing crew and cast. So keep an eye out for that. Join us for all of those. We'll be posting about them on socials. And then, of course, on February 15th will be the return of our flagship show, Advantage in Paradise, which would normally be airing right now, but we are on our break between seasons. All right, before I turn it over to Rosie, I will remind you all of our lovely, lovely partners. Sorry, I'm looking for my spell tracker. It's so far away from me, I'm not going to grab it. We have first is our premier partner, Arcane Spectacles. They are creators of beautiful spell trackers and other TTRPG accessories. Mugs, as you can see with Stefan and Clayton, are their latest accessories. The one that Stefan has does feature his character Curon and the Valley of Elysia on there, which is very cool. And you can use our discount code to get 10% off any item, your items in their Etsy shop, if you just input Paradice, Paradice, to get that lovely, lovely discount on some mugs, spell trackers, and other awesome accessories. Our next partner is the also lovely Talon and Claw. They are creators of gorgeous wooden TTRPG accessories, DM screens, dice vaults, dice, etc. I have one of their DM screens. I can't wait to start using it again once COVID's over and I can have a few in-person games. But you can similarly get a 10% discount off of your order with our code Paradice, Paradice. Oh, yeah, we've all got their lovely, lovely dice. We often say our Nat 20s are brought to you by Talon and Claw. Our third partner is the Underground Oracle Publishing, creators of incredible D&D 5e supplements. Sign up for their Patreon and join their Discord to support them. They release amazing content really consistently. We've used the Prongs of the Black, a weapon in one of their packages that is ooze themed, which is very cool. And hopefully we'll be able to use more of their content on our streams in the future. And then, of course, we have the Paradise RPG original character artist, Eddie York. We love Eddie York. You can check him out on Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon. He creates all of our original character art, and we have future projects with him coming up. That'll be very exciting. And then last but not least, we have the Mythic limited edition Scarlet inspired hoodie and tee. I got mine the other day. It's a really comfortable hoodie. It's not only cool but comfortable. We have a new design coming out for our season 2 premiere. Follow Maddie on Twitter at Mythic Maddie. That is Maddie spelled Madi, and check out all her amazing products in her shop. All right, I think that's all the announcements we've got. So why don't we turn Paradise RPG over to our guest DM, Rosie Games.
That was a lot of responsibility. I'll just take this one shot tonight. All right. Hello, everyone. I am Rosie, and I have some adventure planned for us all. So, you are standing at your wagon station. The sun is just beginning to rise when a surge of doubt sneaks into your mind. You've actually never heard of this intertwined realms association, nor have you heard of something called a monster's ball, yet in your hand you hold the invitation that was given to you. You're about to turn away when you hear the familiar sounds of horse hooves on a dirt road and look up to see a wagon is being jostled along behind two very prestigious-looking horses. You stare for a moment and don't see anyone leading these horses, but as they come to the wagon station, they slow down, and the covered carriage that is being pulled has the symbol, circles connected by lines, much like is on your invitation. It stops in front of you. A door opens, though there is no one there to open it. "Enter! Enter!" you hear a voice booming as you lean your head in to examine the carriage. It appears from your vantage point to just be a carriage. You step in, unsure but trusting, and you cross the threshold from the doorway. It is there you discover there is much more to the carriage than what meets the eye. Rows and rows of seats expand in either direction and fill a space that is truly larger on the inside. The seats look comfortable and inviting. As you step through, the door shuts behind you, and it is only then that you notice you are not alone. Making their way to different seats with the same confused look on their faces are 5 other humanoids. Before you can even introduce yourself to the other people in the carriage, a booming voice once again echoes through the large space. "Welcome and welcome. Thank you so much for answering this invitation. On behalf of the Intertwined Realms Association, I would just like to say we are grateful for your act of bravery. Of the 293,363 invitations that we sent across the realms, you are the courageous folks who've answered the call. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy your ride as we make our way to the Monsters Ball."
Well, okay.
Go ahead. I've never heard of this IRA before, but they seem like a pretty decent bunch, giving us a free ride, huh?
This is pretty cozy. I sit down and put my feet up on the seat in front of me.
That is fine leather. Please, keep your feet down.
It's really fine. Yeah, it's real comfortable.
I do not know why they did not arrange for private transportation. I am, after all, Terrence.
Oh, God.
I was going to say the exact same thing. Terrence, is it?
Yes, just Terrence. Like, Cher.
Oh, do you ever go by Terry?
Only once when I was very young. I don't know why people always wanted to call me that as a child. I had to set myself free of that burden. If you, know what I mean.
Can you move over, Terrence? I'm trying to see here.
Terrence begrudgingly shifts a little.
Tychos would look to the administrator who scolded Maeve. I almost said Scarlet.
Is there one, or is it just a weird voice?
Oh, no, you're right. It's just the voice, yeah.
The disembodied voice. You do not see
That's
anyone
right.
but you all.
I guess they would just kind of like look around and sort of speak to the open air then. And just for reference, Tychos is a rather haughty and tall leaf tiefling with horns that go back and up in spikes in the back, kind of like a crown. He has a very light blue skin. He is wearing very ostentatious clothing. He's got like a nice scarf all the way up, a high collar jacket. He looks very fancy, very, like tight Victorian gear, I'd say.
And Sean, just be clear, did you say haughty or hottie?
That's up to you.
He is a hottie.
He is a tiefling, and everyone knows they are attractive typically.
And yes, this would be a great opportunity for all of you to describe what each other are seeing as you introduce your characters.
For those of you looking, Terrence is a average height man, growing a bit thick in the middle at this point. You would guess he's in his late 30s. He is in very fine clothing, like suit, like tuxedo style, except it's kind of rumpled, like he doesn't really give a shit about it. Or his appearance, as if to say that he could show up however he wanted to look, and that would be the trend. That would be the fashion.
Maeve is sitting. She hasn't taken her feet down off of the seat, and you see these just like really bulky combat boots that she's wearing. And she's wearing this like really frilly like top, as you can see. The sleeves are frilly. She's got like the lace corset thing, and then there's these like they're like coattails, but they're not in the back, they're on the side. And then she's wearing like really, really sleek pants. So she's wearing like a half dress, half pantsuit kind of thing, complete with those combat boots. And she's got like a long black pixie cut and an undercut. So it's like really long in the front, but super shaved close to her head. And she's just sitting and observing the weirdos around her.
Across from Maeve, you see a black tabaxi wearing kind of a beigeish tan, well, it's more, hood, like a cloak, and he's kind of shying away from her boots as he's sitting across from her. The one distinguishing factor you would see would be that has a large satchel on his back. It's more like a framed square box than a backpack, and he seems to be hiding, like he's covering his face, but you can see his black ears sticking out of the hood.
Oh, sorry, is that in the way? I'll fix it, and I move it over to the next seat so it's not in his way.
That's quite all right. You can sit however you like. Though it wouldn't hurt you to show some decorum.
I am decorum.
Bubby is he's a overweight half orc, and he's got his long robes and a mushroom top that is not quite tucked in all the way, and he is in his late 20s, and he's got some excess cream on his neck for his acne. I'm sorry. I need to apply this every 4 hours.
Gross.
Thrillby, the halfling, with a short head of brown hair, fairly clean kept, armed to the teeth. He has 2 hand crossbows holstered at his side, 2 short swords on his back, with a light crossbow, as a heavy would be way too large for him. Kind of looks at his companions as he's dressed in much more, it seems, fighting attire, though it is fanciful. He's got studded leathers over a button-up collared shirt. He kind of walks off to the side and goes, you folks seem like quite the interesting folks. You guys ever been to a monster ball before?
Nope.
I have not, which, to be honest, is what perked my interest in the first place. Originally, I was not going to go, as my manager had never heard of the place, but if there was a ball that Terrence was not invited to, that
whoa.
you would not stick correctly.
You have a manager? The hell is that?
And
why? Why do you need a manager?
Well,
my mom says that managers
are
really important.
Uh-huh.
Someone needs to ensure that the business side of things is taken care of, and that is far beneath me, I can tell you that much.
And what exactly is that business, if I may be so bold?
I don't know. Dealing with the money side of things. You know how dirty that is.
All right, let me rephrase. What do you do for a living?
You don't recognize me?
Oh.
I keep switching to British. You don't recognize me?
Not really. No.
I'm Terrence. I look around as if to be like really? None of you?
I've never heard of you before.
There's a chance you all might be from different realms. I've picked up many a folk from across the realms, so
Different
don't
realm?
take any offense.
Well, then that must be the case for all of you. I'm Terrence, master of stage, concert hall, and parlor. I am a 3-time Grammy Award winner and a 4-time poet laureate.
I finished high school.
No, I don't want to brag or anything, but I am known as a dragon slayer.
Oh, and how many dragons have you slain, my friend?
What do you like to know?
I would, that's why I asked.
How large are the dragons where you're from?
That is an
Well-
excellent question as well.
They're all much bigger than me, I can tell you that much.
Not saying
Suppose
much.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, Terry, oh my god, I just went into Southern. It's contagious. Terry, I did pin you for a society man, it seems.
And are you? It seems that at least some of us are in good company this evening.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes, that's
Is
it
vagrants
About
around us.
monsters.
Terrence, could you please give me a way to contact your manager? I would love to offer him a business proposal.
Oh, of course, yes. And I take out a business card with my manager and agent's name on them. And hand
Oh,
it over.
thank you very much. You won't regret this decision.
Terry, I'm gonna go Southern. It's gonna happen. Oh, Terry. No. Terry, I also was curious about the monster ball nature. I have myself been to plenty of galas, of course, but what sort of? And he kind of looks up around towards like wherever that voice is. What exactly is a monster ball?
Well, I am glad you asked. That is a good question. The Monsters Ball happens only once every 20 years within the first year of the calendar month. For the most part, all of the monsters put aside their differences and get along.
Wait, there's gonna be monsters?
You're a dragon slayer. What's the big deal?
Yeah, totally, no big deal over here.
I get it. I get it.
Oh, well, thrilling. Like she said, it is going to be amicable, a party of sorts. You don't have to worry. They won't eat you.
Wait, I thought that this was like a monster ball that we could study. I heard. Okay, I don't
A
know
ball?
where I got.
Like an actual ball of monsters?
I think everyone in the group would just be staring at Buppy, just like this face, and then
Buffy,
I'll just turn back to the
I
voice.
take it that you don't get invited to many parties.
I'm popular.
You didn't go to prom, did you?
What? We call it something else. Are you curious?
Now, I, for one, am curious as to what the disembodied voice was about to say next. For the most part, they get along, but it seemed that there was a but coming.
Nope. For the most part, they get along.
Well, I have egg on my face, don't I?
No,
We
that's
don't allow
cream. That's
food.
my
There's
cream.
no food allowed in the carriage, please.
Oh, really? You know, you took me right before I was about to eat lunch. I'm starving. Can I just eat a snack, please?
There's plenty of food there. Food and drink abound.
How long would this take? I get car sick or cart sick.
We're moving between realms right now. While you didn't ask, I thought it'd be important for you to know that the location of this event is always kept a secret, but the IRA has its coordinates, and they're on a different plane of existence, which is where we're heading now.
I didn't sign up for a different plane of existence. Did you guys?
Well, I assumed based on the title of the organization.
Oh,
That
you
did seem
assumed.
pretty apparent to me as well.
Eh.
It
We
would
are
be
the
first-
Intertwined Realms Association.
Yeah,
Realms
yeah,
being
yeah, yeah. I got
Second
it.
word in it.
All right.
Okay. We are
Bodied
approaching
voice?
our. Yes.
Are you the cart? Or are you some sort of ghost?
Oh, ghosts!
What would
Dude,
make this
get grip.
easier for you?
The correct answer.
Neither. Oh, neither.
You want to be a little bit, elaborate a bit? I'm quite curious.
I do not, but thank you for inquiring.
You know,
Okay, I guess I can't really force you
I
then.
personally think we could probably stay in this disembodied voices cart all day and have just as fun as we would at the ball.
It does sound like it. However, the IRA is founded by a select handful of secret world leaders, realm leaders, and we have a vested interest in keeping all of the realms safe. There is intel that something terrible might be planned at this event.
Of course. There's
And
always...
it is...
Sorry.
You're fine. You did volunteer for this, Maeve. Remember,
Yeah,
you were the
yeah,
one standing.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it is up to you all to figure out how to mitigate the problem. There should be plans, a journal, perhaps a map. I'm not sure, but that is why you all volunteered, is to figure that out.
I
Get
volunteered
that
for
back
a
to
ball.
us before it
Uh,
ends.
And you'll take us back to our original realms if we solve your predicament, right?
Of course. I'm not a jerk.
You never know.
Me.
I've known a lot of extra planner sources that have been less than trustworthy.
As we approach the final destination here, we'll be getting ready to eject you from the carriage so you can stay in here the whole time and not participate in the event you volunteered yourselves for.
She just said eject. Eject, right? You're
What,
eject.
what are these seats made out of? Is there
Leather.
like a...
Remember, she yelled at me at the beginning
I'm
to get my feet off of them.
I'm certain it is just a formal way of escorting us out. I'm sure we won't be
Absolutely.
Have you
dropped
ever
out
been
of the sky.
ejected?
Just
Have-
remember that this particular place here is full of all kinds of people, demons, devils, pretty much everything. And it is in best interest for you not to start a revolution or anything. But stay friendly. I'm only really implying one person who I know likes to start revolutions.
I do not understand what you mean. I would never. I'm part of the upper elite.
Remember to be on your
in here.
best behavior. And because I appreciate your life and I do want you to fit in, and you watch as next to, in this empty seats next to all of you, a small leather coin purse appears. Please take 100 gold pieces as part of your payment. You will be needing that. It's not for you to keep, it is for you to spend so you look as though you belong.
The fuck's wrong with what I'm wearing right now?
Do you want me to make a list?
I will
Did I
be
not apply
completely
the
honest,
cream?
I wasn't referring to your clothes. I was referring to the events that are going to occur. There will be some betting, there will be some drinks, there will be...
Got it.
Yeah,
Got it, got it.
I see you're self-conscious of the clothing that you're wearing currently, though, so that is your own problem to work through.
No. Ugh.
She got you good.
Well, honestly,
Yes.
thank God someone said something.
Yes, that was quite a burn.
Well, thank you for your time. I hope the ride wasn't too bumpy. Before you exit, though, please take this broken lantern. It will very well save your life. And you watch as a broken lantern appears on the ground in front of you.
But it's broken.
I grab it immediately.
You see a portal begin to swirl where the carriage door once was, and the voice says, "Exit carefully and good luck."
Who wants to be my exit buddy?
I'm
I've
scared.
already grabbed the broken lantern.
Okay, who has it?
Counter.
Counter.
Cross.
I guess that's a no. All right, cool. I go by myself.
All right.
I suppose one could not leave the lady unescorted, and I step through.
Wait. Okay, fine. and Bobby jumps through.
Okay. Is anyone hanging out behind?
After you,
Trilby's
Trilby.
taking his time. He walks up to it and just kind of goes, okay.
You'll be okay.
Very large gust of wind just hits your back and you stumble forward.
Okay, she was not lying about ejection. All right. And I'll jump out.
All right. You all see yourself, you arrive in a large room. There's a marble floor, high ceilings around you. There's wood columns kind of holding everything up. And you now see that there are 3 teleportation circles on the ground in this room. And all of them are the same. You watch as people just kind of appear in them. And there are purple spine devils with their wings folded back, all greeting different folks who arrive at these teleportation circles. One steps up to you. Well, good evening, or good morning, my mistake. Welcome to the day 1 of the Monsters Ball. This is a week-long celebration in which we all get to hang out and enjoy ourselves. Do you have your name and invitation, please?
Wait, my mom said that I need to be back by.
I push him out of the way and I come and brandish my invitation. Maeve, at your service.
Thank you. Nice, wonderful. As you, I'm Aman, by the way, and as you probably already know, you must leave here with us any items that could be used to create contracts or obtain souls. Anything like soul bonding quills or blood pact papers, they must be left with me. You will receive them upon the end of the monster's ball, and you can leave with them. But as you know, during this time, we put aside our differences and we do not enslave or entrap any other creatures into any other things that they may or may not want to be entrapped in. Do you have any such items on you that you would like to declare? And we will get you a ticket with a number and you may receive them upon your exit.
I don't got any of that shit. I'm good.
Looking at
Is
all
it
of
bad
it
that
from one to
Tim
the...
just checked his equipment list to be like, do I have any soul bonding clothes?
You could see that Counter's tail goes straight, like up in the air, and his ears perk up, and he says, if hypothetically, if said magical item contained said hypothetical entity that hypothetically does not
already enslaved someone prior to arriving here, that is fine. Your slaves are yours for the time, for your time here. You just can't take any slaves while you're here or make any contracts with anyone who, to bind them into a particular promise or deal that they might not otherwise, there's a lot of happening. We don't want to make any mistakes.
sense. I'd like to put this device into your attention, just so you are aware. And I pull out a small jar. It's a glass. It's kind of like a vial, like a standard magical potion vial, except it's painted. It's like painted glass that's has like very abstract drawings all over it, and it's sealed with the cork. And I say, inside this bottle is a elemental force. I don't really remember his name. He doesn't like when I use it. He often messes with my mind every once in a while, so I forgot it at this moment. But he's quite a tricky genie. I don't plan on releasing him at any point, but he's very persuasive, I'd say. If I don't know if this breaks any of your rules, but it would be very unfortunate if I had to be split from him.
The spine devil steps back. Again, your current situation is your current situation. This is not like a therapy ball. This is more like a hanging out, having fun event. So if you need to have some time where you sort that out, that's your thing. We're all for therapy, but not here necessarily. So as long as you're not going to use that to, entrap somebody into some soul binding contract which they can't exit from. If you're entrapped in a contract that you can't exit from, that's your problem. You can't put your problem on other people. Does that make sense?
Understandable. Just if you have any information about a therapist or perhaps somebody who could help me with the situation, I'd really appreciate it.
You watch as the spine devil takes one large step back. Well, so thank you for coming, and thank you for your invitations. I did see them, and your rooms are on the second floor. Your names are already on the door. Feel free to get yourself nice and comfortable, and then enjoy. And he gestures to a door that's kind of in the center of the long wall in front of you, and it's been opened and closed several times by people going in and out of this space.
Well, thank you so much, Aman, and I tip him a gold. Or the devil a gold.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. And puts it in a pouch.
And I turn to Tychos and I say, well, let's hope that bit about the genie wasn't some kind of Chekhov's gun situation.
I don't believe so. I do think it is a problem of his and exclusively his. I don't think it. Hopefully, it won't come into play this week.
No Act 2 revelations, perhaps. I say, walking through the door.
So,
Count just rubbing the bottle and going, shh, relax, calm down. It's okay.
As you all walk through the door, you see a pretty long hallway. It runs for about 40, 50 feet before it opens up into this very gorgeous entry area of this building that you're all apparently now in. The walls are solid wood. The floors are all made of marble. There's a very large staircase. It runs about 20 or so feet as you enter this room that's easily 60 or 70 feet across. Two marble columns go up to the ceiling and the stairs lead up. And you see everything. You see devils, demons, you see giants walking around, kobolds, vampires. No one's hiding their identity at all. And they're chatting with each other, some of them hugging each other as though they haven't seen each other in 20 years. Others are avoiding each other respectfully, keeping space. But no one really glances. There are also humanoids, so you see tabaxis, you see humans, bugbears as well. So you don't stand out.
This is great.
Are there any dragons around?
You haven't, in this particular space, you do not see any dragons.
Dude, if you call yourself a dragon slayer, you probably shouldn't act so worried about dragons. Or just stop calling yourself a dragon slayer. One or the other.
So, according to my high school textbook, that one's a tabaxi, and that
Yes,
one
hi.
is...
Do the stairs have like banisters that you can slide down?
Yes, there are banisters that go down either side. And on either side of this stairway, as you move further into the room, you now see that there are doors. There are doors on either side that look like most of the traffic is actually moving towards that space after they come down the stairs.
Cool.
Well, I do think that I will drop my belongings in my room and come down for a drink. If anyone would like to join me.
I never had a drink before, but I'll join you.
Okay, that's great and all, but don't forget, folks, we came here for a reason. There's probably something afoot in this party. Don't go all happy willy-nilly and go off and do your own thing. We have an objective here. If we could just meet up, perhaps, in a timely manner, maybe at this location.
I'm sure you'll be able to find
to
us.
discuss
I
what
say,
we
sharing a
found.
long look with Tychos and going up the stairs.
Passive perceptions of 15 or better. Does anyone have that?
Yes.
15.
I have 7.
16.
Okay. If it's 15 or better, you overhear there are two creatures coming down the stairs. You see a hobgoblin and lizard folk coming down the stairs. And those of you with a 15 or better, you overhear them say, well, we got about 10 minutes until our host addresses us. This is going to be exciting. Who's our host this year?
All right. Well, I didn't sign up for a chaperone, but I just heard that we got 10 minutes. So I'm going to do what the fancy man said, and I'm going to go upstairs and drop my stuff off.
I will remind you all that the disembodied voice did tell us that we should blend in. So yes, we have something to do, but we should look at least like we're excited to be here. I'm looking at you, Thrillby.
I definitely didn't get the wrong idea that this was a Monster Slayer's ball or anything. No, that's not what
I would also like to say, also try to look like you belong and not like this is the first party you've ever been to.
You do also
Wait,
notice...
I've been to parties.
You do also notice that people have weaponry on them. Swords, crossbows, spellcasters appear to have their component pouches. No one's put away all of their goodness. They have some people have it, some don't. So you wouldn't be out of place with yours.
Is the crowd generally dressed up, or is it like
Yes.
whatever you want? Okay.
Yeah, everyone. You even notice it's a little, for some of you, depending on where you're from, it's a little bit weird. Like you see a devil wearing, they're not dressed, but they have like a little bow tie on, or people are trying to be a little fancier than their average. And then just at the same time, as you're looking at this one, a tabaxi comes down the stairs wearing like full metal, like full plate armor, and like ready to go.
I go up to my room.
All right.
Me too.
Each of you find pretty much the same room. There's a single bed in there, comfortable, very, very high class. The The sheets and blankets are made of fine material. You do have each of you does have some sort of safe in your room that looks like you can put your own like fingerprint scanner-esque type of thing in there, so you can keep your belongings safe. And each door has a lock, and you find the key on the inside of the room when you get in there. A nightstand, a dresser, some comfortable rugs, wood floors. It's nice.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi password, what time breakfast is served in the morning, that kind of stuff.
Great. I'm assuming it's a continental.
Yes, of course.
Local
Wonderful.
sites.
Yes, and a big omelet bar, waffle bar as well.
Oh, waffles, yeah.
Listen, girl likes carbs, waffle bar.
So, Terrence would, put down his bulkier things, keeps a few things on him, smartens up a little bit, still has like an artfully rumpled look going on. Like it's
Artfully rumpled.
he's making it so he's not trying too hard, but like he's for sure trying hard to get to this not trying too hard look. You know what I mean? And then once that's addressed, he would step outside of his room and prepare to go downstairs.
Bubby casts sending to his mom, saying that he's not going to be home in time, and that's it.
Nothing happens, dies.
Yeah. He forgets about that.
Because I think you have to be in the same plane,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah,
That's
yep,
right.
dies.
Oh no.
Mom?
Interplanar travel gets you every time. The time zones, you're waking somebody up in the middle of the night.
I always
It's
forget
awful.
about the time zones. That's right.
Yep. Well, when we're all ready to go, I am 100% sliding down the banister.
Perfect. You hear a loud bell ring throughout the entire building, indicating what some of you now know to be the speech will be starting soon.
It's been 10 minutes. Let's go. And whoop, down the banister.
A large crowd is pushing their way through these doors on either side of the stairs, and you all eventually make your way through. You are surprised at how absolutely large this space is. You cannot see the wall on the other side from where you are. Easily 300 feet, 400 feet away from you, a wall on the other side. As you mingle your way in, there are goblins with trays in their hands. They have little hors d'oeuvres of all kinds on these different trays. And they're kind of moving off to the side right now as they know the main act is getting ready to begin. But as you approach, let's have everybody, we'll make our first rolls of the night. Let's have perception checks from everyone in the group, please.
Yeah. 23.
Nice.
12.
6.
What is my modifier? I got a 21.
I got a 13.
Okay,
22.
you're very alert.
I also was looking at my passive investigation X, and I actually have a 22 passive perception.
Someone take the observant trait.
Shush.
Okay. So, for any of you who got this is not that challenging. For any of you who got a 10 or better, so some of you are still struggling, but most of you can see your eyes are open. You walk in, and the way this room kind of works is, like I said, the hallways are on either side, and the room is generally square-shaped, except for right by where the stairs are. There is kind of like this cut-off area where there's something that you can't quite get to from where you are. Off on the left, you see kitchen doors kind of sliding open and close as goblins go in and out with empty trays, bringing out full trays. You see towards the back left corner of this space, there's a large bar, several bartenders serving, chairs throughout. There are high-top tables with chairs, high-top tables without chairs. People are gathering around them. To the back right of this building, or this room, you see a very large hole in the ground. You're not exactly sure what it is, but there's just like 20 by 20 or 20 by 30 space, just large hole. And then where you now see an incubus stepping up, there is a large dance floor and large stage. The band has currently stopped playing. And the incubus is taking his spot on top of this platform that has been brought out. And he holds his He holds his champagne glass, and now you see goblins are running around with trays of champagne, and everyone is just taking a flute off of the tray. And he holds this very deep red-skinned horns, large wings that are kind of pulled back a little bit, dressed very scantily, but got the tie on. We got the bow tie on, and that's really all that matters in this case. Holds up his drink. Attention. Thank you all for arriving at this monster's ball. Our 20 years. I cannot believe how fast and how slow they have gone. I am Ironix, and I am here tonight to host you all. I am very excited for the antics we shall get up to for the week. Cheers to 20 years of war for 1 week of peace. And he holds his glass high and just drinks.
Does this have alcohol?
Just have a little bit. Rosie, what was his name? Did he say his name?
Ironix. E-R-A-N-Y-X. Ironix. And everybody begins to cheer. There's clapping. Woo! And again, you see like giants and goblins. You see kenkus. This is an incredible array.
But no dragons, right?
What did you got a 20 something on your perception
22.
check? 22. Yep, you see some like baby dragons. So like, there's some dragons around for sure.
Some serious Joey Wheelers going on.
Yeah, no like full-blown ancient dragons hanging out in this space, but yeah, you see some like smaller ones. Absolutely.
Thrillby is nervously toying his hand crossbows.
All right. After Ironix steps off of the stage, the band begins to play again, and the crowd begins to disperse to a variety of different things. You now notice that there are doors off of the back of this space that lead to an outside-looking backyard-esque type of space.
Do people seem to be going off in like different directions? Are they all heading to like different activities?
More like that. You see a handful of people surge over to where the bar is. You see a handful of people surge off to where that pit in the ground is. And then you now notice that there's like this little window near the pit on the left hand or on the right hand side of the space, and there's like a line forming.
Does that look like a fighting pit?
As you approach, it does look like a fighting pit, and it looks like the little window over there is where people are placing bets and signing up.
Oh, I'm 100% making my way over there. Okay. Anybody want to fight? I'm gonna sign up. Anyone want to do it with me?
Honestly, I have an appointment with the bar, I believe.
All right.
Yes,
Hey, is
I
anybody
also
following
have an
Maeve?
appointment with the bar.
Maeve is going fight.
I don't see how either of these things are productive towards our
Oh,
goal.
come on. It's gonna be fun. Give it a try. Come with me.
They did say to fit in.
Yeah.
I
mean-
suppose it might be profitable. Are you sure you'll win, Maeve?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I can root you on for a little while.
Come on, Dragon Slayer. Let's go do some fighting.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Do you think they have any like milk at the bar? I need to wash this taste out of my mouth.
Well, there's a drink, at least in my plane, called the White Russian, which means they should have at least some kind of milk on hand.
Okay, it sounds like better than this, whatever this was.
All right. So those of you heading over to the betting/registration line, you weave your way over, waiting a few moments in line.
Shit.
Yes.
Before I leave, I toss 50 gold coins to Maeve. Put 50 on you for me, if you would, please. Thank you. And then I
You
walk
got
away.
it.
Okay. Okay. So you head over and you see behind the glass, kind of sitting out, dividing up coins, taking notes. There is a female Goliath, blue skin, tribal tattoos all over her face and her arms. She kind of leans forward. Yeah. What can I do for you today?
Is this where we sign up to fight?
Absolutely. Are you looking? How many of you are signing up, fighting together?
Me for sure. How about you, Dragon Slayer?
Well, yeah, I can. I'm a fighter.
Yeah, that's a spirit. That's a spirit. Yeah.
All right. If there's two of you entering at the same time, you are welcome to also enter the beholder level. We've got two. You've got the gazer level, that's the beginners, and the beholder level is for more advanced and team fighting. Gazer costs you 25 gold pieces to enter, and you win 30% of the prize pool if you win. At beholder level now is at 50 gold pieces per adventure per fighter, and you get 40% of the prize pool should you come out on top.
Well, I tossed down the 50 gold that Terrence gave me, and it said, "Sign me up for the beholder."
All right, you need two. You need him.
Oh,
He
right,
points
yeah.
to the little one to do that.
Come on.
Yeah, little one, you got to join in and do this. Unfortunately, she can't go by herself.
I mean, I could totally handle it by myself. Let's just make that really clear.
100% you can, but also we need two.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Maybe right?
I would
You're
like to
a
make a
fighter.
friendly wager on
Yeah.
these two, if that's all right.
I'm sorry. Who you wagering on?
These two right here, Maeve
lose?
and the halfling.
Oh, to win. Okay. How much would you like to put down?
Good question.
Thank
I will
you.
put down 70 gold pieces.
Oh shit! Hold on. So my friend wanted to do 50 here on us winning. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You keep track of how much you're putting in.
Yep.
To
So
bet
you're-
on yourself?
What times?
Yeah.
What time slot are you looking for later today, tomorrow, the next day?
As soon as we can get in there.
You
got
sure
it.
you don't want to? Okay.
I've got it. An opening in an hour. So
Perfect.
Be back here in about 45 minutes, and we'll get you set up and figure out who you're fighting.
Sounds good. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
You're welcome. And as you step aside, more people start to place bets, and they're starting to actually post who's playing now. Back at the bar, so the rest of you head over to the very long bar, and you find yourself face to face with a bugbear. What can I do for y'all? What do you need? What can I get you? You here for a drink?
You have milk? Do you have
I'm
water?
sorry. I hear the words, but they're just not really staying in.
You'll have
here.
a white Russian. And
Now that is a phrase I do understand. Wonderful white Russian for you.
and I'll
what can
have
I get for the
a
rest of
tequila old fashioned, light on the orange, sprinkle of chili powder over the top, please.
you? Ooh, fancy. All right.
Yes, and I will have a gin and tonic, if you have it, elderflower tonic.
Absolutely. And you see as she shuffles behind the counter, beginning to pour drinks, slides them all down to you all. And then you watch as she leans forward on her elbow. And she goes, "There's a lovely tip jar right on over here if you enjoy your drink."
Of course.
And watch
Thank you very
all
much.
take a sip. Oh yeah, that's not milk or water.
Do you? Oh.
Nope.
Just get used to it. It's the closest thing to milk they probably have.
Tychos will tip 2 gold
Oh, yeah.
pieces.
Same.
Oh, you are so kind. You don't have to tip too. Well, that's very kind of you. Well, thank you so much. I mean, I do really prize myself and my ability to make drinks. Thank you so much.
It's quite delicious, and I truly commend you for being able to design and know the beverages of all these realms of existence. How long have you been tending bar for such a prestigious organization?
Oh, well, to be honest with you, every 20 years is just not often enough to really refine the skills. But they do allow me to travel a bit from realm to realm to realm so that I can refine my skills. So I've been tending bar for 20 years now. This is my first, my second, I guess, 21 years. My second.
Oh, well, this is our first Monsters Ball. We're very excited to be here.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, welcome. And as you are finishing listening to her and drinking, you overhear especially you, Tychos, because you have like a 97 passive perception. You overhear a fire giant, which is like not kind. It's kind of hard not to overhear. So this large fire giant grabs a drink from the bar and spins around, and you hear him mutter, "Finish building the turret. Gotta finish the turret. I don't." And like tosses the drink back a little bit.
You said finish the what?
Turret.
Turrets. That's what I thought.
Is there any?
Oh, we'll get you. Oh, and you watch as like the bugbear spins around, puts some ice cubes in a cup and hands it to you and goes, "This'll melt into water. Here you go."
Thank you.
What,
And then Bugby puts two gold in the tip jar.
Ice cubes.
one last question
So-
before we. Oh, go ahead, Terry.
No, no. Hang on. Where? Why? No, I don't need to. I don't need to speak. You were about to ask a question to this fine young lady right here. I suppose I can go after.
Certainly.
The
This
bugbear
is-
is a woman, right? I picked that up. Okay, good.
This is quite an eclectic group of individuals. How does the IRA manage to keep any sort of violence from erupting out of these parties?
I'm sorry, the what?
Oh, jeez. That's right. I messed that up. How does the party? How does the host keep any violence from occurring?
It is just mostly based on trust and the fact that every 20 years we put our differences aside to enjoy each other's company. Did you know I have more in common with the devil sometimes than I do with my own bugbear family? Same gripes, same boring work, time and time again. It's
Well,
nice once in a while not to fight.
Well, I would say I've certainly met more people who have more in common with the devil than their own. My agent comes to mind, I say, taking a big sip.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's lovely. And she scooches over and to, as more people come and sit down, begins to serve them. All right. The rest of you finish up with your bedding and make your way over. What are you doing, Counter?
I'd say Counter is probably looking for the host or either the most lavish, richest looking person in his general vicinity.
Go ahead and make a perception check. Let's see what you find.
13 plus 3 is 16.
Okay. You do not find the incubus, but over kind of standing by where the doors are for the kitchen, you do see a succubus, kind of looking forlorn.
I
Very
saunter my
lavishly
way.
dressed. Very
Ooh.
beautiful.
Great. Counter saunters his way over there, kind of with a sort of reverence. He's holding his hands like this and slightly just like moving very gracefully through the crowd. Comes up to the succubus and says, "Greetings."
You watch as an eyebrow raises. Well, hello there. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Across the counter. But you may call me Counter if you wish.
Less exciting than I was hoping, but hello, Counter.
Perhaps I can show you something that might interest you. I have a couple of my wares here that might appeal to your finer sense of style, if you will.
I will. And she crosses her arms and leans back a little bit. She's just waiting for you to show her whatever you've got.
He pulls away from his cloak and he reveals many glasswares that he had taken from his large case on his back, including a very ornate hourglass, the vial that you've seen from before, and various multicolored flasks and bottles and baubles that he reveals. And he starts off with the hourglass, showing it off, and he says, "This is one of my finest pieces. I'm a glass blower, as you can see. It took me years to perfect it. I've been to other realms where I've mastered my technique. I hope this appeases you. I mean, I don't mean to come on strong as a merchant of sorts. I really want to just get to know you, and this is my first Monsters Ball. I don't know how the decorum works, but I hope you'll enjoy this."
You
And I
watch as
hand
this,
her
like,
the hourglass.
sly smile stretches across her face, and she's wearing like tight leather corset. Her wings, like, there's space broken in the back of her corset for her wings to come out, and a short skirt, high boots. Like, she is fit in the succubus look, and she's just looking at you. She reaches out for the hourglass. Well, fine craftsmanship. This would look lovely on my desk. So, you want to get to know me then, don't you?
I would love nothing more.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
11 plus 8 is a 19.
Not bad. Her smile kind of fades a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with you, Counter. My husband, and she glances over at the incubus who originally welcomed you all there. He's doing something he shouldn't be. I just know it. But I can't very well risk my own beautiful neck just to figure out what might be going on. But you can risk yours, and that is why I like you already. What I really need, in addition to this very fine hourglass, is a coin. A coin that screams from whatever's trapped inside of it. If you, and she like reaches out towards you, can get me that, I'll get you the key to expose him. Do you think you can do that for me?
I will try my utmost. But
I know you will.
maybe if you could give me a little bit more information about said coin, perhaps what it looks like, who is in possession of it.
Now, that information I don't have because, well, I mean, look how many people are here. Somebody must have a coin with a soul trapped in it. I trust that you, and she like looks at you very closely, with your unique way of words, could, I don't know, make a friend or two or three, find out some information.
Counter's purring loudly, and he says, "I will do my very best. This seems like something I might be able to manage. I hope I will live up to your expectations. But for
I
now,
think you will. And she reaches to a coin purse. And for this, holding your hourglass, fine craftsmanship. She tosses you
Yes.
25 gold. She gives you a pouch with 25 gold pieces in. That should cover it, right? Does that seem like a good cost? Fair trade?
actually exactly the amount of gold I was going to ask for it. So good on you for, I don't know, looking it up. This is wonderful. I love when a customer knows their stuff. I can tell that you really appreciate my art. And I bow to her, and as I bow, you can see my tail, and it's curled up like a little spring. And as I stand straight back up, I say, I will see you soon. But
look
I
forward.
haven't caught your name. What was it, miss?
Sylvia.
Zelvia. It was wonderful meeting you.
And you.
And yeah, I bow quickly again, curtly, and step off.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah, so for the rest of the time, I'm probably searching around for information about a coin.
All right. We'll get to that. So, Maeve and Thrillby and who else was there? Did your character? No, I think that was it. The two of you come back over. I assume you're going to look for the rest of the people you came with, or do you want to do something else?
What do you want to do, little man?
Well, we do have a job, right? We are supposed to figure out if something is amiss here.
Yeah. I mean, you want to just like listen to conversations or some shit?
I don't know. I've never done this kind of work before. I'm telling you, I came here thinking that it was for something very different, and I'm a little put off by all this.
Couldn't tell.
But
Yeah, I was just gonna say, there's this tactic that my mom taught me. I use it quite a lot, actually. It's where you kind of just like center yourself and just like pick a spot on the wall or like close your eyes, and then you just
I
like.
can't see the walls. I can't see the walls.
Okay, all right, that was a bad example. Okay, all right, look at me, me,
Yes.
me, forehead,
Okay.
right there, forehead, got it?
You have a big forehead. Sorry.
Moving on. Moving on. Deep breath in, hold it for 8 seconds, deep breath out. 8 seconds. 5 seconds. Can you count to 8? 5 seconds then. Breathe out. All right, why don't we go find our friends and we're gonna keep working on that, all right?
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Where
All right, cool. All right, I don't know, I can't see the walls.
You too.
Then we start looking for our friends.
All right, easy enough for you to find them. They mentioned they were heading towards the bar area. So as you approach, they are finishing their drinks, and you all connect with each other, we'll say.
Sup?
There they are. Okay. I can see.
You focus on breathing, my friend.
Excellent to see you both again. So when can we expect this fight to happen?
I'd say we got about 45 minutes or so.
Excellent. Excellent. And
Are you
I
actually
just suppose you are
fighting?
both going to win, right?
Yeah, of course we are. It's gonna be great.
Why would you intentionally fight?
It's fun.
It's the trade I found myself in, you know? You just sometimes you gotta. Is anyone drinking that? And Thrillby like hops up to grab a random drink off the counter and just starts slurping it as like, I need a drink.
That was my ice cubes. Oh, it just melted.
Do me a favor and roll for me a d10.
Oh,
Two.
sure, my favorite.
It is not actually your ice cubes. He grabs the glass next to your ice cubes, and it is this thick, tarry substance. And as you drink it, it's sort of like oil with like a rum in it. And this large fire giant looks down and goes, "Oh."
Sorry, he's just I speak giant. So I say in giant. Well, your throat's
Slayer.
yeah, your throat's a little, stuck right now with that.
Yeah,
with that
it's
talk,
burning.
So, yeah, he's a little nervous. We're doing the fighting pit in about 45 minutes. He didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Can I get you another one?
Oh, no, I have bigger problems to deal with. Go ahead. Thrillby, go ahead and make a con saving throw, please. As you are literally
joking.
Yeah, as you're literally drinking like sludge.
Tar
sludge.
15.
You surprisingly, for maybe you, managed to swallow it, and the burning subsides without too much.
You all right? That'll teach
That
you
was, a,
to.
that was a mistake.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't grab random drinks. Maybe.
The
What-
bugbear
what-
saunters over. What can I do for you all? What new people? Refills?
Yeah, I
Gesturing
put
to
my drink down and I do the.
Yes, certainly.
Okay.
Got an ale.
Can I get more ice?
I would like a shot of tequila, please.
Jesus.
Are you looking for an amber? Are you looking for a wheat? Or what kind of?
A
It's a little more
cascale,
specific.
please. Yeah, a nice brown.
Are you heading back over at this point as well, Counter? Or are you gonna wander around?
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're Counter, right?
Yeah, I didn't hear you right.
no, you're fine.
I would say that after like a quick scan, he would probably head back
Okay.
to everyone when he sees that they've congregated.
All right. So you head over, and she looks at you as well. And anything for you?
Sure. I would like a.
Dude, get it together.
You weren't talking to me, right?
No.
I haven't embarrassed myself, have I?
No, he has. Just keep going.
Okay.
Shot of tequila is on the counter. Ale is on the counter. Another
Just-
cup of ice.
Just give me your fanciest drink.
In what realm are we referring? I mean, or do you want the Monsters Ball drink, an exclusive to the event?
It's an exclusive?
Have you ever been to the elemental plane of air?
I have.
Perhaps something native to that zone?
All right. She reaches for this kind of like a wine glass and begins to fill it with this blue liquid. And then you watch as she adds this sparkling beverage that begins to swirl within it. And she places it in front of you. This one is called the Air of the Elements. I am sure you've had it since you're so familiar. Careful though. You've had it, right? The Air of the Elements?
Before.
Have you?
I assume I would have. This would be something that I think Counter would be interested in. Yes.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check for me, and this will be like, has this something you've come across? Do you remember having it in the past?
Sure. I got a 6 + 1 is 7.
You definitely have had this, but maybe not. And it's up to you to decide how confident you would like to be in your, yes, I've had this before.
I think he says, I believe this is something familiar. I'm eager to give it a shot. And
All right.
I take the glass and I lap it up like a cat instead of sipping it, like with my tongue. And then I just go.
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw as all of the bubbles begin to swirl in your mouth and go up your nose.
It was amazing. I got a nat 20 on that Constitution saving throw.
Very
+1.
nice. So as you begin to feel that like really horrible feeling of air coming in through your the back of your throat into your nose that makes your eyes begin to tear and you kind of want to start coughing, you're able to swallow it and continue enjoying the drink without kind of like coughing through your nose.
Like he's gonna throw up a cough ball, a fur ball. And he goes, fantastic! Thank you so much!
It is one of their most common. I am super glad you've enjoyed it.
Wonderful, thank you!
You're welcome. And my tip jar is right over here. If you don't, no obligations, of course, but if you've enjoyed the drinks I've provided
shit.
for you.
Yeah, there you go. Can I have another shot when you get a chance? Thanks.
Oh, absolutely. And she just flips one over.
Drink out of another.
It's a service. It's a service.
Yes. Is it to your liking though? Is it a good temperature? Is it served in the right glass or mug? Do you feel like it all fits that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not by accident. That is through training, traveling, spending my own money to learn new tricks of the trade and keep up with the latest fashions and trends of
Yeah, sure. And I totally understand that for something like any gestures to Counter's drink. And he's like, But this is, I mean, I could have just gone behind the bar and.
What would you have?
Put some damn gold in the tip jar and move on.
Counter has
Oh.
been
Takes out
pouring.
his gold and throws 5 in there.
That
That
is
all right.
wonderful.
Whatever.
You're welcome.
Counter's been pouring some of his drink inside of the bottle with the mysterious colors, and just like you see he pours it in and then he goes, "You have my approval," and I put 5 gold in as well.
Did you just did he talk to the class? Did anyone else?
You didn't notice that earlier. He seems to have an intimate relationship with that bottle.
I honestly haven't been paying too much
Funny about
attention.
it.
Tychos at this point would be keeping an eye on that fire giant to see what they are doing right now.
Yeah, so you notice that they are just scanning the crowd, looking for things, picking things up as they like somebody drops something on the ground, picks it up, nope, not quite right, puts it down again. Just kind of looking for something. You're not sure what, but looking for something.
So, I do have to get home early, so I don't want to stay out too late or be here for too long, because my mom will get mad. So, I guess we should do what they said. What do you guys think we should do?
Well, while you all were enjoying your finely crafted liquor drinks,
Simple pour.
I found a clue that might just lead to exactly what we're here for. Are you interested?
I'm interested in getting out of here. Yeah.
And I'm interested in another drink. You see that he's finished his second one already, and he's like,
As you do, she comes back over and mixes up another for you. A little chili powder on the top.
"Thank you, darling." I tip another, however much I tipped the first time,
2 gold.
like 2 gold. Yeah.
For
Well,
you, I will keep that drink full.
I wink at her suavely.
Like how you had to add suavely at the end. That's good. Anyways.
It's not awkwardly.
Well, you know what? Go ahead and make a charisma check, and we'll
There you
determine how
go. Yeah,
suave or
ask for
awkward
that.
it is.
Raw charisma?
You did.
Charisma, or do you want it to be like persuasion or performance or something?
Nope, just straight charisma. You're just winking. That's how
Okay.
suave / awkward.
It's
is
a
it?
19.
Okay. All right. So it's suave. It looks good. All right.
anyway, I met the host's wife, and she seemed to think that something was amiss, that her husband was up to some no good. Perhaps if we find the coin that she asks for, we can learn some more from her.
Coin? There's a coin?
Yes, she didn't give much explanation other than. And then I lean towards him and whisper, "It is a coin that within it is a soul."
Didn't they tell us to leave all soul things behind?
Well, no.
Well, unless you already had one.
Oh.
Sorry.
So like, should we I don't know where to start here. I could
Quite difficult going with such little knowledge, but at least we have something to go after. Perhaps we can scan the room, look for rumors. This large fellow beside us seems to be searching for something.
At that, he kind of leans over. I am searching for something.
What have you lost, chat?
I didn't lose it necessarily. I forgot to bring it with me. Now I know we're not supposed to incur any violence. Can I trust you with my secret then?
Oh, of course, we're all
Absolutely.
friends here.
Well,
we are?
Yeah.
I have friends.
I'm gonna let you
I
go
have
with that, but you
friends.
know what? I'm gonna have a persuasion check. I will allow 2 persuasion checks or 1 with advantage from any of you who are not questioning your friendliness.
I'll do it.
You can have advantage if you want, unless somebody else
Yeah.
wants to do it.
Why, thank you.
Yeah,
you said this is
he's a bard. He can have advantage.
Persuasion, you say?
As he looks, and then two of the people sitting next to you go, "Are we?" Or "I don't make friends," and he goes.
And
"Maybe
I lean in
should."
and go, "Please pay no mind to any of them because I just rolled a 23. I was trying for you and me to be friends."
You rolled a 23. Well, that convinces me.
From Southern hospitality.
He nods and says, "Okay, well, I like to keep my room very safe, and in order to do that, I built a turret in it, but I seem to have forgotten the flint, and I can't very well get it to work. And I was looking for something that might, not a flute. Did I say flute? I think I meant flint, if I said flute. I don't know, you're doing this. I thought it was a flute. Oh.
Yes, we understand what flint is.
He does that to keep himself comfortable. He's a bit nervous.
Oh, my mistake. I don't judge any. Do what you need to do to relax, as long as it's not too weird. So yes, if you could
It's a
find
reasonable attitude.
flint, that would be incredibly helpful for me to build what I need to build.
All right, hold on. I think I might. Give me a second. I reach in and open my tinderbox. That has flint in it.
Oh.
Trilby leans next to whoever's near him and goes, "I totally thought he said flute."
Do you also have an oil, like a pan that can collect some of the powder that I need? Some sort of like.
I have a
base that
mess
can hold
kit.
it?
I got a cup.
Oh.
I
No.
reveal my assortment of glassware.
No, that's not right.
No, well, I need a little more details.
Is that
there,
a
Pop.
water? I mean,
Is that a water?
in his code, is that a water bong?
Oh, I don't
No.
do that.
I don't do that either.
Okay, must
Well-
have mistaken it.
I do apologize. First of all, what was your name? I did not catch it.
Memgun, thank you for asking.
Rosie's going to have to say that again because Tim did not hear that.
Memgan.
Memgan.
Yeah.
Well, lovely to meet you. I am Terrence, and these are folks that are with me. This is Tacos. And have you tried just perhaps, does it need to be a metal pan? As you can see, many of the servants are running around with trays that might be able to do it.
Ideally, I used to steal them from lanterns around the city I lived in. Those were the best ones. The lanterns make the best ones.
Hey, wait a minute. Who's got the thing? I mean, sorry. Who's got the thing? Don't you? We got a freaking lantern, didn't we?
The broken lantern?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any oil in this. And I pull it
just
out
need
and
the
look at it.
Pan, though. The pan part of it.
Weren't you
It
listening?
holds the
God.
powder that
Open
I
your
put
ears.
in my
Oh, I
turret.
get it now. A pan flute. Okay, yeah. I'm on board.
No, focus on your breathing, man. We got a fight coming up in 20
I
minutes.
grabbed the broken lantern
I mean, yeah, I'm pulling it out
from
for
counter.
him.
Yeah. I grab it as if he was offering it to me. Like it's all one nice movement.
And you watch as like little like bits of fire that were part of his hair begin to like spark up a little. This is exactly what I wanted. This is perfect.
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
that. I don't think the disembodied voice had this in mind when she said this
How
was
do you-
something that might be important.
How the hell do you know?
Oh, it seems perfectly.
I'm
aligned.
offering it to Memgan. I'm not listening to him.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what I can give you in return. I don't bring much with me. But you see as he kind of reaches into a bag, a satchel that's on his body, and pulls something out very small in his large hands. I found this actually, though, on the edge of the bar down there. Maybe you could use it. And he hands to you, Terrence, since you're the only one really talking to him in a way that really makes him feel special. And he drops in your hand a necklace. It's a golden necklace with a big ruby gemstone in the center. Hopefully that will pay for this.
Why, thank you, Memgan. This is lovely. Perhaps the greatest gift I have ever received, I say, and I'm purposefully over ingratiating.
Okay. He's not super intelligent, but go ahead and make a deception check as you exaggerate how wonderful this is.
30.
Yeah, you again, like that spark of excitement that he got when you handed him the lantern. You see it all flush again. Well, I'm glad I can provide for you. And you watch as he takes the lantern. I'm going, if you'll excuse me, and begins to walk out through the doors, and you assume up the stairs to his room.
Be safe, friend.
Did he say he's making a turret?
I believe he did, yes.
Can
And
I-
at this point,
Oh, and
Can I-
a barkeep.
yeah. Oh yes.
I'm just kidding.
Can I make a Arcana check to see if it has any magical properties when he hands it over?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. And while you're doing that, Thrillbee and Maeve, you hear the sound of a bell that would indicate that it is getting close to time for the next fight, which you know is yours.
All right, you ready?
Oh God!
What did you
Trilby
get,
takes-
Bupet, on your?
I got a
Uh-huh.
dirty 20.
It does not appear to be magical. There doesn't appear to be anything.
Okay.
Well, it seems as though that a lot of the folks in this establishment seem to be losing things or forgetting things. Perhaps this is someone's, and can get us closer to more information.
How exactly do we find that in this huge... I can't even see the wall over there.
Well, of course we
wow.
mingle.
We
mingle.
find that by watching our friends participate in this and ensuring that we win us some money. I say, winking at everyone. And how many minutes is till? Like, was that bell the 10-minute warning, the 5-minute warning? What do we think?
15 minutes, calling the next
Okay.
set of.
Well, then I don't do anything, but I
fighters.
stick with them. I'm going to walk over there with them.
I always ran away from fights. This
Well,
is-
now's your chance to not do that.
Well, actually, I don't think he's participating. He didn't sign
No,
up.
I'm saying we're gonna show him how it's done.
I take a sip of my drink.
All right.
Well, maybe I'm gonna show him how it's done.
But Buddy's gonna try the White Russian once more, and
Well, now it's warm. You got to drink it early.
yeah.
You do have now both of your cups of ice have melted a good amount, so you have like a little bit of water. You have enough for like a half a glass of water. All right, so the two of you head over to a secluded area where they get the fighters prepped. The rest of you make your way to the pit. You can see that there's a large crowd that has begun to grow over there. And you get to decide whether it is Maeve or Thrillbee who wants to roll a d8, but I need one of you to roll a d8 for me, please.
Ladies.
Now listen, friend. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to do this. I can handle it.
No. They said 2 people, and I am technically a monster. I'm technically a monster slayer.
You are, but you just seem a little nervous, and that really doesn't give me a whole lot of confidence.
Well,
As
That's
they
what everyone else
venture
said.
off, those of you who gather, who are gathering around, you see all of these hobgoblins and lizard folk are kind of walking around. Bets, place your bets. Are we betting on the fighters to win or the monsters to win? Bets, place your bets. And they're just walking around collecting coins from people.
I think
If
I'll
anybody
be a
else
part
wants
of
to
the
do
good
that.
show, and I'll bet 50 gold pieces on the fighters there. The rambunctious and surly girl and the nervous elfling.
Who are you calling surly?
She can't hear you.
Yep. Yeah, I know.
They take your bets and they hand
And-
you a blue chip. If you do win, take the blue chip to the windows over there and points to where the rows of betting windows are to collect your winnings. Anybody else while I'm here?
Is that how I should do it? Is 50 gold? Okay, I'll bet 50 gold too.
On the creatures that are
These
all
two.
those two. Yes, okay. Blue coin for you or a blue chip for you.
I raise my finger and I go, you should have a 50 coin bet under the name of Terrence at the moment. If you do, I'd like to press those odds, please. And
You watch
I
as he
hand him
begins to like
another-
flip through all of this paperwork. Terrence. Oh yes, I do. What would you like to add to that?
If you could add another, you know what? Let's add another 30. That should equate correctly, if I recall.
Takes 30, adds it in, and then hands you a blue chip as well.
Why,
All
thank you,
right.
sir.
Any other bets before we let loose what happens next?
Seeing as Count already did his bet, he's kind of ignoring the situation and he's looking out, kind of just through the crowd to see if there's anybody suspicious creeping around.
Perfect. Anybody who's not fighting, if you want to listen at all, you can all make perception checks. Whoever thinks their character would be listening out for something. We'll get to that in a minute. All right, the two fighters, you are prepped. Do you have everything? You know, there's a cleric back there looking at you all. You have armor, you have weapons. Beautiful, beautiful.
I only need these. We're good.
Yes. You see there's that's entirely for you to decide. You'll see there's a ladder right over there. You just crawl on down, a bell will ring. There's a gate at the bottom, and it'll pull up, and something will appear out of it, and you'll fight. We fight to one. If you get to just before you might feel yourself dying forever, we try to fight just to that point. If, however, you do get knocked unconscious for some reason or another, we are here to revive you. So don't worry about that.
Sounds great.
All right. And the bell rings. You're guided over, and you all of you see this. It's about 20 feet wide by 30 feet deep pit. Goes down about 20 feet or so. You climb down your 20-foot ladder, and your feet are on this stone floor. And you see a large gate across the way.
As they went down that ladder,
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on them both.
Okay. What do you say to bardically inspire them?
If I should die, think only this of me, that there's some corner of a foreign field that is always home. There shall be in that rich earth a richer dust concealed, a dust whom home bore, shaped, made aware, gave once her flowers, and I keep going if you want me to.
You don't have to, but I
you.
do appreciate it's beautiful.
The fuck?
What did he just say?
I don't know. Do you think it was more of like a D6 or D8? How inspired do we feel?
I can tell you right now that with that poem, you feel D8 inspired.
Hell yeah.
You each have a D8 for your inspiration. Beautiful.
Excellent.
Before they go in, also, Tychos would go up to, I'd say Thrillby particularly, and just look to him and say, "Now remember, everyone here, we're all friends. And you're going to do amazing." As I imagine, it's just this towering, horned, devil-looking new friend of yours. Now, light be with you, and I'll touch you on the shoulder, and you'll feel like a warmth go through you. As you can see, what left over on your shoulder where he touched you, there's just some dirt and flowers that grew there. As I will have cast bless on you, or not bless, sorry, guidance, mini bless.
Mini bless.
Okay. All right. You all crawl down, and you see on the other side of this very large, great gates, as it slides up, a massive hulking hill giant. Large body, misshapen head, great club over his shoulder as he steps out. And we'll go ahead and roll initiative.
All right.
Just real quick, Rosie, while they're fighting,
Yeah.
Tychos would try to slip away from the crowd and go over towards that area that seemed to be blocked off.
Okay.
Could resolve that later.
Oh, y'all. Yes, we will do that in a minute. Okay. What did Maeve get on for her roll?
13.
Okay. Thrillby?
17.
Not. Oh, man.
All right, y'all. I rolled a natural 20 on my.
Oh, no.
Second for the night.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, before you can even really you've never fought together before. You have absolutely no idea like how you might work together. And before you can really like get each other's eye contact and be like, okay, like this is what the plan is, the hill giant moves towards you pretty easily, covering the ground between the gate that he was just released from towards where you are, and is going to take a great club attack against both of you.
Forehead. Look at my forehead. You said it was big. Focus on it.
Okay, not too bad. So the attack against Maeve is a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
And that will do 19 points of damage to her.
Ugh.
Yeah, this is why it's a two-person battle.
Yeah.
Thrillby, this one wasn't quite as good. This is a 16 to hit.
Misses
All right.
with kisses.
Misses.
He gets caught off guard as you begin to like blow kisses in the air, and he just swings wide over your head. And then he kind of steps back and plants his feet firmly in the ground. Thrillby, you're up. Maeve, you're next.
So when Thrillby gets this strike at him, he kind of like goes, and he starts to faint. And as he's fainting, you see something like click, and he just solid rocks back up. And like it's a different look on his face, like just totally not the same guy you've been seeing this whole time.
Love it.
And it's like he grunts and he swings over the big crossbow, and you see it for the first time on the side of it, etched in it says Karen. And he draws a bolt, he swings it in his hands, and you see green light swirl around it in the form of a like vines. He latches it on, cocks it back, and aims at the giant and goes, "This day you face your mortal foe."
Wow,
The
that'll happen
fuck?
to him. You are at disadvantage though because you are within melee range of him. He is right next to you.
Oh,
Sorry, it's still a cool moment. Roll. He doesn't have a high AC. You're gonna hit him.
and he fires. Well, actually, I have the crossbow expert.
Oh, does that give you at melee? You're fine.
I believe so.
Great. Then just roll a single D20.
Let me see your manager.
Amazing feat, by the way.
Yeah,
right,
it's such a good
OPAF.
feat.
So that's a 16 to hit.
Hits.
Fantastic. So that's going to be 7 points of piercing, and since we used second level Hail of Thorns, he needs to make a dex saving throw.
He's super
DC
dexterous.
14.
A 9.
Fantastic. Then he takes an additional 11 points of piercing damage.
All right. You watch as the arrow just kind of pierces through his large stomach, with the hail of thorns kind of like hitting around him as he is unable to move out of the way. Anything else with your turn?
How big is this space?
It's 20 feet like across and 30 feet long. So he charged the 30 feet that the 20 or so feet that it took to get from where the gate opened to where you and Maeve were standing.
All right, we're gonna hold where we are.
All
Sorry.
right.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack with my hand crossbow because I have 2 attacks as a ranger. First time doing a martial.
Woo! Rangers.
So that's a 26 to hit,
Yeah.
and that's going to be 11 points of piercing damage.
All right.
As you see, he draws one of his hand crossbows. On the side of it, it says Marcel. And he
Love it.
fires a hand crossbow. And he goes, "On this day, you will die, hill folk."
Okay.
And ends his turn.
Where the
All
fuck
right.
have you been this whole time? Let's go!
All right, you are up, Maeve.
All right, so I am going to let's see, how do I want to do this? I want to run straight up to said hill giant, and I want to try and like punch his kneecaps because I'm assuming that's like all I can reach right now, and just pop right, one kneecap then the other.
Go for it.
All right, I'm using my bardic inspiration for this one because I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Plus 5 is 7, plus 7, 14.
Hits.
Ah!
He is not wearing any armor.
Awesome, so that's nice. 8 points of bludgeoning damage for the first one, and stunning strike. So that it's a DC 13. Where did
He
it go?
fails it, whatever it is. I rolled a 3.
Okay, cool. So, he is stunned now
All right.
until the end of my next turn.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take my second attack with advantage.
Yeah, you are. Go for it. You just watch as you smack his kneecap, and as he's in mid swing going for the next round of attacks, his body just freezes up in agony. What'd you get on your second attack?
A lot, 23.
Yeah.
another 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Beautiful. All right.
And
His eyes like dart down to you, but he can't move. And he's
all right, and I didn't use my bonus action yet, right?
I don't believe so. Just 2 attacks.
No. Cool. I am going to flurry blows.
Okay, 2 more.
Natural 20.
Well done.
So that is a 29
Yep.
total.
That'll do it.
How do you do crits? Do you roll the dice and then double?
Nope. So what I do is you get the full damage dice. So whatever the main dice you roll is, you get full, and then you roll and get the whatever else plus your bonuses.
Cool.
Yeah,
The
nothing
way
is
crit
worse.
should be.
Nothing is worse than getting a critical and rolling a 1 on your dice. and
Yeah.
rolling it. That hurts your feelings.
It really
Okay.
does. It really is. Thank you, Rosie. All right,
You're
so
welcome.
6 plus 3 plus 4 is 13. Yes,
Yeah.
13 points of bludgeoning damage. That was the first one.
Beautiful. Second attack.
That is a 22.
Yep.
At least you didn't roll
Nice.
that crit on a initiative roll or a Constitution saving throw.
another 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And I'm done.
As he like goes to finish through the swing, his body is just completely seized up at this point, and that brings us then to your turn, Thrillby.
Remind me as I'm searching it now. Can a stunned creature make a opportunity attack?
They cannot.
Okay,
They
so
cannot do
Thrillby
anything.
is going to just move away, but he's gonna do it in like a very cool, like kind of way that doesn't require a check or anything. Where he like jumps back and he slides into the dirt up against the wall, and he pulls out his other hand crossbow, having reloaded the other one, and you see it says Sally on it. So he's got Sally and Marcel, his 2 hand
Beautiful.
crossbows, S&M, and he's going to use Hunter's Mark on the hill giant.
Okay, bonus action, Hunter's Mark.
And then he's going to fire S&M right
Beautiful.
into the hill giant with his 2 attacks. So that's a 29 and a 24 to hit.
They both miss. His AC just went up by 100. No, I'm just kidding. They hit. I'm kidding. You get him like literally right here.
Fantastic. Oops, sorry, folks.
The action movie hero wounds.
So
under each shoulder.
13 on one,
Okay.
and a not as good. 9 on the other.
Hang on. And is that including your Hunter's Mark damage?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, he's looking pretty rough. You are up. That's your bonus action, some movement, and your attacks, right?
All
You're
set.
good?
Yeah.
All right, Maeve, you are up again.
All right. Now, if I wanted to stunning strike again, that'll like re-up the thing, right? Like I can do that this time. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Just checking. All right, so I'm going to, just keep wailing on him. I focused all of it on that first kneecap, so now I'm gonna move over to the second one.
Yeah, his leg is looking pretty beat up. His knee. You've done some damage.
All right, that is a 22 for the first
Hits.
one. 6 plus 4, 10 points of bludgeoning damage and stunning strike. Con DC 13.
Okay. This time I rolled a reasonable number. So he beats that. So he's a
All
plus
right.
4, so that's 18.
Okay. I'm going to try again.
Yeah, go for it.
That is a 16.
Hits.
Another 10 points of bludgeoning damage and stunning strike again.
All right, let's see if we can beat it. It's 4, a 16.
Yeah, that'll beat it. Flurry of blows.
Go
Pop,
for it.
pop. Yep, that's a lot. 26.
Okay.
That is 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And this is I don't think this is going to hit. 9.
That misses.
Yeah.
Finally, just as the original stunning strike that you succeeded on begins to wear off, he's able to move his knee just out of the way, and your punch swings wide. And now you watch as he lines up again, and just looks at you. And even though Thrillby is in the corner there, being very confident, holding S&M, you are the one that has caused him a lot of pain. So he is going to just take his 2 attacks at you.
That's fair.
This one will miss. This one is a 21 again.
Yeah, 21 hits.
Okay. That's good. 12 points of damage. As he just smashes down on you. But he is looking pretty rough at this point, and like irritated that he missed, like that he spent a whole turn basically frozen in time. All right.
Is that all you got?
That brings us to Thrillby and Maeve. You're next. Thrillby.
All right, Thrillby, like, does some cool reload animation or some shit. I don't know, man. Use your imaginations. We've all got them. And he reloads S&M, and he goes, Maeve, Maeve, I think it's time we finish this fight. And he does a cool wall run as he fires 3 shots because he can use a bonus action with his hand crossbow. At the hill, where the F did I put? There they are. All right, so we got a 19,
Hits.
a 22,
Yes.
and then a 13.
For damage.
No, for the last hit because we got 3 attacks.
13. That will just hit.
Oh, okay, cool. I don't even need to use the Bardic Inspiration.
Nope.
All right, as we're gonna roll damage for all 3 of these at once. One shot does 13 damage of piercing. One shot does 15 points of piercing damage. And the final shot, does 14 points of piercing damage.
How would you like to do this?
Yeah, just like I said, you know what? He's gonna wall run, fire 2 off. That's his action with 2 attacks, and then he pushes off the wall as he's like spinning midair. He recocks the hand crossbow, grabs onto the back of the hill giant, swings himself around, and then fires the last bolt into the top of the head of the hill giant, riding as it falls down right in front of Maeve.
Perfect. Maeve, you step to the side as you watch this large creature fall to the ground, with Thrillby just kind of standing on top, like, yep, I own
And
this.
then as it falls and then concusses, Thrillby like hiccups, falls down, and then like wakes up, and you see the same scared look in his face, and he's like, What happened? Did we?
The crowd is cheering. Some people are booing because they're pissed that they have lost some money, but
I pick you up and I'm like, you are my favorite. That was amazing. You did that. Look at that. You did that.
No.
Yes, you did. No, that was you. That was all you.
Bolts in your hands? Where did
No, you did that. All you. Believe in yourself, man. You got it.
I turn to Tychos and I go, well, I was fairly sure we were looking at least one halfling-sized puddle of goop in there.
You turn and Tychos is not there. You
Not
see
there.
Buppy.
Buppy is like,
I say that to Buppy anyway, like I was planning to.
That was too tense.
My father used to say sometimes he was when he was too tense, he was a TP and a wigwam.
all right. So while this battle was
That's a real
happening,
joke of Tim.
I know while this battle was
pretty great.
happening, Tychos, you ducked out.
Yes.
Okay,
Could I have ducked out with him?
that is up to Tychos.
He wouldn't have stopped you if you followed him.
Great.
Yeah, Tychos would want to go to that spot where there's the you said there was a cutoff area that people weren't going to. And first I would just kind of like to case it while people are distracted by the fight.
Yeah.
And see kind of if I can notice anything or any people around it or in that kind of hallway.
Yeah, so go ahead and make a perception check for. You made one, right?
I did. I totally forgot. I did. Yeah, I was like, why is this 25 written down? Yes, I got a 25.
Okay.
I got an 8.
Okay, so you are more looking for maybe the succubus again, or a tray of good food comes by, whatever fits your character best, something that interests him, and you get distracted for a few moments. But Tychos, as you're kind of looking around, the hallway, it hasn't completely cleared out, but it definitely has far fewer people in it than it has thusly. And as you kind of look around, you notice that in this wooden wall, there appears to be some sort of edged outline of a doorway.
Kind of a
Very faint,
slightly
very
hidden
hard
door.
to see. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does the door, the kind of outline, when it cuts to the floor, is there a little bit of space?
Just the little edge. It's not like a doorway where there's a gap. There's just that
Yeah.
same little thin line.
More like a seam than a.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Tycho, you must try these hors d'oeuvres. They're quite a fancy feast.
I'm afraid I'm a vegetarian.
Asparagus wrapped bacon.
He'll
Baked like bacon.
he'll slowly pull the asparagus out from the bacon. Okay. I would like to sit back against the wall and say to Counter, Counter, engage me in conversation as if everything is normal. And then I'd like to begin casting, trying to subtly cast detect magic.
Go for it. How long? That takes you 10 minutes?
Yeah, that's
Or are you ritually casting it?
actually I'm just gonna cast it so that it doesn't have the 10 minutes, so it's so immediate.
Perfect. Remind me, it's what you can detect and how far it goes through.
30 feet around me, and it is a faint door around anything. It does have a restriction of 3 feet of wood will block it if the walls are 3 feet thick.
Perfect. So you see that seam. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Counter.
Yeah, Counter just reveals his cloak and just shows off his wares as if he was selling him something just to hide, like, most of his body, like with his arms.
Yeah. Perfect. That'll do it. The hallway is really not busy, and no one's particularly staring at either of you. So yeah, you see an outline. That doorway or that little seam itself glows a little bit, and you do feel some pings from behind it, the doorway as well. Though you probably get 3 pings from behind the doorway. And then as people kind of come in and out, you do see a few little things, a weapon here that's glowing, or a coin purse that looks like it's got, like a pouch that's got something in it. But other than that, that's about it.
Okay. And no one's coming in and out of this door, really. It's just staying kind of sealed in this way.
Absolutely. And
Cool.
I would say that with your detect magic, in addition to the actual outline of the door glowing, where a keyhole would be or something like that, you see a little bit of a ping as well from there.
Okay. And do I get the sense that this is like illusory magic or like abjuration magic or anything like that?
It's abjuration based, yes.
Cool. All right.
What have you found?
Well, this doorway here is magical in nature. It is protecting something. Perhaps what the host does not want people to know about, whatever his plots are. I was hoping I could sneak something in there, but the seam is too small.
Well, I might have an answer for this, if you don't mind.
Of course.
I step in front and I cast Dispel Magic at a 4th level.
Go ahead and roll a d20 for me, and we'll add your spellcasting modifier?
When you cast a spell using a spell slot of the 4th level or higher, you automatically end the effects of a spell on the target if the spell level is equal to less than the level of the spell slot you used. Does that sound good in any way?
Sounds good, but it doesn't work.
Damn it.
So you add your spell modifier to the roll.
Alright. 13 plus 5?
18. You watch as that faint line around the door dims. You've dispelled some stuff, but not all of it.
I was unsuccessful, but I was able to disarm some of the defenses. I'm not
At
sure
this
which will
point-
happen if we...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Give it a shot.
The entire wall is wooden as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, damn.
At this point, you hear another loud bell coming from the inside, and we will take a break at this point and get back into it after our break.
All right, excellent. We will be back in 5 minutes, folks. So stick around for more of the adventure. All right, we'll see you soon. You're muted.
A loud
back,
bell
everybody.
indicates the end of a fight, and you hear an array of both booing and cheering, depending on who voted or who bet on who or who wanted whomever to win. And the hall begins to not like overwhelmingly fill, but people begin to kind of shuffle out of the main room, going upstairs to refresh themselves, even using the front door area, which is not too far from where you all are in that entrance. Those of you who won, I know your character's inventory doesn't matter for much, but because money is important, Maeve and Thrillby, you win 575 gold each.
Ooh,
575?
570.
People are tossing money around here like it is
Wow.
nothing. The rest of you, you win whatever you bet plus an additional 50 gold pieces.
Okay, so
Except for I'm gonna remember names. Just give me a minute to get back into it. Terrence, you bet a little bit more, right? You put more than 50 in, right? So you would
Correct.
get an additional 20 more gold pieces on top of what everybody else won.
Okay.
he bet 80, I bet 70. So
Okay, so you get 15 more gold pieces than what everybody won.
awesome.
I don't think it was math, but sounds good.
All right.
Okay.
Wait,
Tychos would start to head back to catch up with the rest of the group.
Yeah, I'm going back to the bar.
And the
wait,
two
where
of
you go?
oh,
Okay.
yeah, the two of you
No.
who are hanging out
Mhm.
in the crowd, did you make perception checks?
Oh.
Do you want to make perception checks?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I did make one. It was a 15 plus 4. It's 19.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I don't remember mine, to be honest.
Sure. Roll again.
All right, it's a 3.
Okay, you are just sucking on the ice there, like really hoping you get more water soon. It's tough. Terrence, as you're kind of observing everything around you, you do notice that a very interesting male humanoid, skin almost stone in coloration, this deep gray, chiseled, almost looking like a statue. And as you kind of gaze upward, you notice that their hair is just snakes moving around, covered. And he looks unhappy. Everyone begins to cheer. He just shakes his head.
If he's close enough, is he like in like the right around me, right?
Yeah, just like a person or two away from you.
As I cheer and like the crowd moves around a little bit, I want to reach over and kind of like pat him on the shoulder and go, "I'm sorry, friend. Losing could be a little tough, especially on the old coin purse there. But don't worry, I'm sure you get him next time."
He looks at you. I cannot be too sure. It is not the money, the winning or the losing. It is the woman I love.
Oh my, well, these are the stories I do love to hear. Kindly, friend, let's grab a drink and you tell me all about it.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check. I know you're very good at it, but I want you to use those cool stats as much as you can.
Thank you. Because it's a 25. No,
Okay.
24. 24.
Well, that 25 would have worked, but 24. He turns and he shakes his head, and you can see some of the snakes kind of like coming out, and he pulls them back over. Yes, a drink for a sad day. And follows you.
Yeah, I lead him over to maybe one of the high top tables near the bar, so we're not directly at the bar, but I do get a waiter or the bartender's attention to be like, we need drink.
The bugbear that had been serving you very much appreciates the money you have given her thusly, so she nods at you and a refill then, or something new.
The same for me, and my friend will have.
And he just, I'll go for a rum cranberry juice. What is it? A rum, cranberry juice, orange? A rum. Just rum. And cranberry juice. And she kind of nods and pours your drinks and brings them over to you.
I tip her more. All right, cool. So my friend, what was your name?
Oh, my name is Nuvis.
Nuvis. Interesting.
Yes.
I'm Terrence, and I think Buppy, you with me? Where you at?
No, he rolled a 3. He didn't even notice you left.
Okay.
Just trying to get some water from those ice cubes.
Or he just noticed that you're not there anymore.
Yeah,
Well,
I think a few moments later, Tychos probably would have joined after being finished. Over
I'm
here.
Terrence, and this is my dear friend Tychos.
Okay.
So kindly tell us all about your tragedy.
It is such a tragedy. Unfortunately, while we agree, of course, not to make war here, we don't necessarily agree on how to behave. And he, like, glances out into the crowd and at nothing and no one in particular. My partner, she's the most beautiful. And some people get jealous of the most beautiful. And some people have the ability to look like the most beautiful. And someone pretended to be the most beautiful woman in my life. And I walk up to her and I hug her and kiss her and tell her she looks beautiful. And then I hear from behind me a loud screech and I turn around and there is another most beautiful, but the real most beautiful. And the other woman I was speaking to turned out not to be the true most beautiful woman of my life. And now the most beautiful woman of my life is mad at me, and I don't know what to do.
Well, that can certainly be a tricky one. The old switcheroo, as they say. It's a problem that plagues many people in my friend groups frequently. I don't know why. Well, I suppose I do, but we don't have to get into it now. Have you attempted to at least talk with her?
I have her. She says she'll forgive me, but I don't know what to do. How will I know it's really her and not the other?
Well, that certainly is a bit of a problem, isn't it? Now, it seems to me that you need two things primarily. The first is a way to be sure of yourself, a way to be assured in the fact that this is, in fact, the woman that you know and love. And one of those, at least, I would imagine at least one of my party may be able to assist you. And the second thing is you need perhaps a key, somewhere in the door, as it were.
I
do have
doorway to her heart.
Precisely. Now, far be it from me to assume, but women in my plane tend to love something with a little flair to it, little sparkle. Thank you, Tacos. And I take out the necklace, and I go, now you see, I do have this, and I would be willing to part with it since you are a friend. But you understand that we do have. My friends and I are looking for a few things, and we would deeply appreciate your assistance in return as a favor, say.
His eyes kind of light up for the first time since you've encountered him as you pull this necklace out. That is a very, very beautiful necklace, and it would look beautiful against her dark gray skin. Information or what? I don't know a lot. I'm not very friendly with the Denzians of this ball, but I could tell you what I know in exchange for that, perhaps. Rumors of anything in particular? Because I do know that gentleman over there, he was constipated when you showed up, wasn't feeling great. I overheard that travel makes him
Or I believe it was a screaming coin. I say, looking for like acknowledgement from.
You better.
I get another drink.
He looks a screaming coin. Well, there are not many that fit that description. It sounds like a soul coin. Something perhaps a devil or demon might carry. I think it's a devil. Carries those around. The souls get trapped in them, and they are worth a lot in certain planes of existence. Not here, or well, here, not in most planes, but in hell, they can get you far, very far. Are you asking if I know if someone here has one? Because I'm sure, and he gestures to like a group of devils who are hanging out. They might. You have to be pretty high up. That's what I know. So not the little scroungy ones that look like they'll fall apart with a good wind, but the beefier ones, the ones that hold the power. I know he somehow got this hosting job. He wasn't due or even in the lineup originally, from what I remember when word first came around that we were getting close for another Monsters Ball. His name wasn't on the original list, and somehow it then was him. I also know, and he kind of looks around for a moment. I don't know how you got here. I assume you teleported yourself or something. Obviously, if you had an invitation, you knew how to get here. But the coordinates were different this year. Normally, you know how coordinates work. It's kind of like the first bit of the coordinate is the plane, and then it gets more specific from there. The coordinates for this one were not a plane I recognized. It was a little bit weird. Not a normal hell or a layer of the abyss or a Faerun or anything like that. It was much different. I couldn't place it. Yes, a lowly creature who has done something, rubbed the right nose or whatever. Try not to get upset about it. I mean, we are surrounded by all kinds. I would say your best bet, if you're really looking for one of those screaming coins, would be a demon, a devil, a fiend. The fiends, they're all the worst. He smiles at that and he goes, yes, you're too diluted, but to be too bad. I mean, I see that you could fit in, but for our company and our purposes, your diluted bloodline means that you're okay with me. Do you spend a lot of time around doppelgangers posing as your significant other or love interest? He takes his drink and kind of like cheerses it in your general direction. Well, good for you then.
Now, Nuvas, why don't we go take a look for your lady love, and I'll give you some tips on the way over. And I like throw an arm around his shoulder.
He looks at you as you do that. I do appreciate it, and I do appreciate this gift you've offered me.
Yeah.
She's sensitive. I think it would be best if I approach the situation solo.
Understood. Well, then try this, so we could say this as I walk off screen. Open with, when we two parted in silence and tears, half broken-hearted to sever for years. Pale grew thy cheek, and colder, colder thy kiss. Truly that hour foretold.
You watch as like all the snakes begin to kind of like swirl, but not in an excited way, more like in a too much information. I'm not gonna remember that. Thanks so much. And as you're kind of walking off, he does reach into this very small bag and pull out a very large item that doesn't look like it should fit in there. And he turns to you. I know we traded rumors for an item, but I have no use for this. And he hands you a white dragon scale.
Well, thank you very much, my friend. And please, if there is anything else you require of us, do not hesitate to inquire.
And he nods and begins to weave his way through the crowd as Maeve and Thrillby come out from the pit and kind of come over and at this point, but Boopy, you make your way over and
You
begin
guys- Terrence, you left me over there.
Did you
I
guys
think
see
it's been a
that?
counter found him. And
Well
you
done,
see
both
that?
of you.
This guy was fucking amazing.
I don't know what you're talking about, Maeve. All I
She's-
remember is the giant come in swinging and then boom, you knocked him out cold. I mean, you're the
No,
one-
you knocked him out cold there, my little friend. Do you see those bolts in his back? That was
Just
I
me.
don't fight with bolts. That was you. I don't do that.
Oh,
I-
By the way,
Yes.
both of you, well done.
oh,
Thank you.
thanks.
Buppy,
I've
to
never
be
seen
honest,
it in person, but I've
I-
read it in stories of people doing stuff like that. It was enticing. I think.
how did you get this invite again?
I don't know.
It was meant for his older brother.
All right. Yeah, drinks. The bartender. The bartender comes over to you. Actually, Thrillby tilts her head to the side and says, "Now, I promise that there is nothing wrong with this drink because honestly, it was so easy to make. It was really just taking one receptacle, pouring it into another, and putting it down. And honestly, I am just, that is so low on my capability of things I need to worry about. So just so you know, this is just ale and nothing else because I am merely a servant of yours and I just do very basic."
That's not what I said.
Things.
You're employed here, right? You get an hourly wage. I shouldn't have to tip you extra. That's
I interrupted
Unfortunately,
him purposefully.
it's under minimum wage, and I recoup the
you have
rest
a minimum
on
wage
tips.
here.
Yes, Thrillby. How
Worker
what sort
exploitation
of
happens all the time in my
what's-
home plane, and they deal with it in their own ways.
I wouldn't drink that if I were you, man.
Yes, there is almost certainly some sort of spit in there.
Yeah.
I
It's
think it
probably
should
a
be
red
fine.
Russian, which is really
There's-
gross.
There's no reason that she would try to harm us. I say, nodding to her, in once again in like the not flirting, but just like entirely ingratiating and just over the top.
Yeah.
Madam, I
And she
will
makes
tip
sure
on
your
his
drink is full.
behalf, and I will have another gin and tonic.
Of course.
Can I inspect the drink for altercations?
Also, separate question: has anyone kept count of
Alterations?
how many drinks I've had? Because I don't.
You
know
have
what-
had 5.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that it?
5 tequila old fashions.
Go ahead and make a perception check, I guess. Yeah.
Perception? Cool.
I mean, unless you're like trying to catch for magical things, and then it would be Arcana or something.
Not necessarily. 21.
21. You're looking at it and you see at the top, there's usually like foam on the top of it, but there's also like these like these bigger bubbles of foam. It looks like spit. It looks like spit.
Just looks around. Is there like a plant or something nearby?
Yeah, there are lots of plants all over.
He goes over to a plant, staring at the barkeep, staring up at her, by the way, because he is a 3'2" tall halfling,
Mm-hmm.
and pours out like a quick, to get the top of it off,
Mhm.
and just looks back and just starts gulping.
Beautiful.
Oh, I would just drink the whole thing. Ugh.
I mean, it's
Never be
still
wasteful.
good ale. I'm not gonna waste it.
Oh god.
So, friends, have we
We're friends.
found anything more to? It was a term of endearment. I don't actually even know your name, to be honest.
It's Thrillby lost as Dragon Slayer.
I'm sure it is. So have we found anything pointing us in the direction of the foul play we were told to keep an eye out for?
No, I figured you guys would be doing that.
Yes. Well,
I was.
I may
Go
have been muted a little while ago, and it's the god who is controlling this stream of reality fucked up.
He is a pernicious and maleficent being.
But I was speaking to our new friend Nuvis about the screaming coin conundrum we're looking for, and he did imply that we may talk to some of the devils here, which, as you may notice, have somewhat of a devilish origin.
Jeez.
And I wouldn't mind doing the mingling myself.
At that, Tychos, even you, slightly devil yourself, feel like your knees begin to shake as the doors coming from the hallway that lead into this large room swing open, and this huge creature, reddish orange skin, large wings, huge horns. Muscular doesn't really cover how beefy this creature is. As a pit fiend comes walking into this large room, and all attention just stops and stares at this creature as he makes his way in, or as it makes its way in.
Now, that is a devil that will have a soul coin.
It's actually called a
jeez.
pit fiend, according to my high school textbook. Well, I could describe it to you, but it's right in front of us. So
Now, is that the mayor's edition, or is that the rewrite in the
I'd like to.
this is the rewriting. This is version 2.5.
Goblins are running up, holding out trays of food, and there is a bugbear that steps out from behind the bar and moves towards the pit fiend, just asking. As you do that, one of the goblins just smacks your hand. No, not for you. Not for you. For him. Not for you. You wait your turn.
Did you just see what he did in the fight? He deserves something. He was amazing.
Oh, man,
No,
I'm
don't
hungry.
care.
Excuse me, you need to know how to talk to the help. Very sorry. Who is this individual? We're fairly new. Who should we be praising here?
That's Sanic.
Zan?
Sanic comes every 20 years, and this was supposed to be his thing. This was supposed to be his this year. Not his, though. Not his. Did not get to be his this year. He's a little mad, but he still comes. He might dance.
Oh, a dancer.
There's a dance competition happening later tonight. He might be part of the dance
really?
competition. You'd be quite surprised. Yep. Oh, I gotta go. And he starts walking off with the tree.
Thrilled tries to grab a thing off it as he leaves.
Well, I wonder who's playing that competition.
But Bubby grab mage hands a thing real quick and goes,
Oh, you do things.
Friday. That boy's gotta eat.
Yeah, I wasn't sure exactly what your character brought with them, but that's good. Aside from
textbook.
textbooks.
He's like, oh, you have a class.
He's just a chubby boy.
Sucked on ice cubes.
He may have a class, but he certainly does not have any.
I would agree.
I'm class of 1990.
Well, another note, besides the pursuit of this soul coin, Counter and I did notice some magical enchantments on a door over there. Very, very small seam, hard to see. Something is being protected behind there. He was able to dispel some of the abjuration, but not quite all of it.
You need to kick it down.
Can I,
I'd advise against it. It seems to be protected, and I would not like to cause a ruckus.
Just let me know.
I could take a look at the magical enchantment with my high school textbook. This is version 2.5.
Oh my god,
so
I
it
just
has-
realized your spell book is a textbook. I love it. Well, you may certainly give it a chance. I'm sure if you've done your studies, you'll be able to identify it and maybe help.
I've aced like all my classes, so
Oh,
yeah.
well, that's very good. Now, you have a real-world applicable test here. Be great if you aced that too.
Well, my mom will kill me, like I said, if I don't. So,
Well, how about this? We'll tell your mother how amazing you did today, and at this, and she'll be so proud of you if you were able to get us quietly into that room. And
Okay.
and maybe we can get some soda pop from the bartender instead of that water.
Counter
Sure.
leans over to him and he says, "Maybe." Oh, I'm sorry, I went with the wrong voice.
That's right. I was like, wait a second. No.
I know that voice.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're particularly good, I will give you a gold star. And I reveal a bauble made of glass that's in the shape of a star. No, I thought this would work.
I don't. I'm too old for that. And then Bubby messages counterably. Okay, fine.
Tychos, you're a bright young man, not a child. So
No, you're Tychos. He's Buppy.
did I say Tychos? Right. I am a
You're
confused.
just talking to yourself. You're
Yeah.
a
What
self-affirmation.
happens?
Tychos, you're a bright young man, not a child.
You have to sometimes pep yourself, Give
Yeah.
yourself a pep talk. It's
Oh,
fine.
jeez, I could use a pep talk right now.
I flag by a nearing. Sure. I flag by a near waiter and go, just out of curiosity, when is the dance competition?
That'll be happening later this evening, in a couple of hours' time. There is a sign-up sheet right on over there. If you head over there and you see this really well-dressed Gith kind of standing there near the edge of the stage, and a couple of people line up, and she takes down some information. Ah, yes, wonderful. And just
Is it partners only, or is it can singles sign up?
you can see he's kind of like, are you gonna take any? Okay, so
I take some of the food to be polite.
there's a singles and
Paradice.
there's a okay, there's a singles and then there's a couples. Okay, that's all I have now. That thank and he like tucks the tray under his arm. You can, it's either. It's
Thank
whatever,
you very much.
whatever. Yes. Yes.
I turn to the group and I go, by any chance, do any of you dance?
Oh, well, I do know the finest court dances for the galas I've been to in my realm. I don't know if they're quite the style of this party, but I do know them.
So no. Okay.
Let's roll a bit.
The pit fiend walks by. You have a 22, you said, for your passive. Anybody else have above an 18 or better on their passive perception?
No, but real quick, can I
Yeah.
use Hunter's Sense on the Pit Fiend? I mean, it's just for like immunities and stuff like that, but to get
Yeah.
a better idea.
Yeah, I mean, we'll amend it to make it fit this scenario here. So with that, you basically can sense that this creature is old, powerful. You gather that they have many creatures in service to them, and that killing a pit fiend takes so very much work. Yes, this is a powerful creature. Only then Tychos, as this pit fiend walks by with this gaggle of creatures following it, of other fiends following it, you hear a slight coming from inside, like a pouch or something on its waist.
Regardless of if I hear that, which I don't, because I don't know the passive for it. I would like to, as it walks by, if I see it look in our direction, I would like to do the Leonardo DiCaprio toast from Django Unchained to him, just to basically. Well, I can't refrain from standing out, so this is my way of being like, "Hello, come look over here."
Okay. You hold your glass out, and the fiend with like this hulking body turns down to you. and just reaches for your cup and takes it. Swings it back, hands it back to you, and keeps walking.
I meant to do that.
Well, hopefully that left an impression. Between you all and myself, I heard a gentle, pained screaming coming from some sort of pouch of his. He certainly has a soul coin.
Since when is pain screaming gentle?
It can be.
Yeah, it can be.
On my experience, but all right.
Well, anyway,
When I've used those
I need another
code
drink
words.
now. I say, holding up my finger and pointing to my drink.
Another
And,
drink arrives.
So apparently he's a dancer. I wonder if he's a gambling fiend.
I was thinking the same thing.
So I say
Aye.
there's two ways we could do this. Do we think if he's a generous soul, if one of us perhaps impresses him somehow or does something like perhaps lead sings for the dance competition, perhaps he will pay us. Or if one of us must then beat him in the dance competition and attempt to wager for the soul coin. Or perhaps he just needs a white dragon scale, I say, pulling out the white dragon scale I've received.
Dragon scale.
As you pull out the drag, okay, go do your thing. You've got to do your thing.
No, that was it. He's just gonna be like, oh.
You literally hold this large dragon scale out, and as you do, a small kobold hits the back, like looking in the other direction, walking backwards as you're holding it out, smacks into it and falls forward.
Mini dragon.
I help the creature up. Are you alright?
Ow, no, why did you do that to me? I don't understand. What did I do to you? I don't even know you, and you hit me with a... Oh, that's really, really pretty.
Thanks. Everyone says that.
I bet. Her eyes, so this, like, small reddish scaled creature, just dressed nice, but like also everything has a stain of some sort on it, a little hole, a singe mark, but like you could tell at one time this was a really pretty greenish silk dress that is now just destroyed over the years of trying different things. Her eyes are just bulging out of her head as she's looking at this dragon scale.
I am Terrence, and how may I help you, little lady?
My name's Splat, and I would really love it if I could. I love your dragon scale so much. I really need a white dragon scale to finish my particular alchemical experiment. I've been working on it for Master for so long now, and I can't wait to give it to him. He will be able to use it to fight off all of the sneaky adventurers who want to steal things from him, but he won't be able to stop them without that. Hi, what was your name again?
My name is Terrence. Just Terrence.
Just Terrence. What a
Like
lovely
Cher.
dragon scale.
Well, I mean, I am obviously no purveyor of dragon scales. As you can see, he says like gesturing to himself. But I am perhaps in the market if you have something of equal value to us to offer. Is your master, by any chance, the large gentleman over there?
Are you talking about Sanic? No, my master is not Sanic. Sanic is a fiend. My master is a dragon, of course.
Well, that does make sense. I
Are you
apologize
okay?
for.
You're very skittish.
Dude,
Looking over
you
at
just took
Sylvie.
down a hill giant. Chill.
You were a very
Do you
confusing
like
little man.
books too? I love books. Looking over at you, at Bookie. I love books. There's so much you can learn from them.
I have to return this to my school, so you can't have this one.
It's a
It's
rental.
almost the end of the semester, so.
It's a rental.
Oh, okay.
But what books do you like?
Oh, I like books that tell you when you combine something with something else and then you make a third thing from it, and it's really cool. Chemistry books are my favorite kind of books.
Wait, so alchemy books?
Yeah, those are so cool. She's still
do you have
staring
any?
mostly at the dragon scale. They're in my room right now because I have set up my my chemistry table so that I can make things. This right here, I made an arrow that explodes upon shooting, but it exploded before I shot it, so but I'm working on. I'm gonna fix that problem immediately. This particular hole right here, I tried to attach a scorpion to a stick. It grabbed onto my dress and kind of ripped it a little bit. I got it off before it ripped the whole sleeve, so that's pretty good, I think. That's a really nice white dragon scale.
Don't trust the little dragon.
I think she wants the dragon scale, guys. Is anybody else seriously not picking up on this?
Oh, I have something of equal or greater value. I know this because I'm very smart. And she reaches into a pouch. Oh, no, it's not in this pouch. And then reaches into another. Oh, ouch. Oh, there's some bees in a jar in this particular pouch. I think a bee got out. I think it's okay. And she like puts her finger in her mouth and begins like, oh. Okay, this. I am the first of my kind to create something as amazing as this, and I didn't mean to create it. It was an accident. It was like 2 potions combined into one, but I assure you this is a love potion, and whoever drinks it will fall in love with the person who gave it to them, and I am certain it is
Love?
of greater value than that, equal value to that.
I've always wanted to find love.
According to my textbook, yes. That is true.
Yeah, there's a picture of it, right? I know.
Yeah, but see, in page 362, there is this...
My books usually end around like 250 pages.
Oh, this is 600 pages. It's version 2.5.
Well, that's why. I have version like 1.2.
Yeah.
I look around to see if our party wants to make this trade.
Counter leans over and says, "Listen, I think we can do this trade, but we need to make sure that the potion that she's offering is authentic. If you think it's a good idea, you can leave that part to me."
It's authentic, I assure you. And like looks at you for the first time. Oh, hello.
Greetings.
I could take a look at it too. I got an A in my chemistry class.
Was it AP?
I was just gonna say that.
I took AP chemistry when I was in school. I'm very smart.
High school dropout.
Counter pulls out.
Looks over
be
at you
honest,
and goes, well, maybe you should like go back to school before you look for love. Women are more attracted to smart people than they are to dumb
People should have
people.
been dictated by society standards.
Yeah,
I
women
went to
are
boarding
attracted to more.
Of course
Yeah,
you did, you posh
That's
prick.
apparent.
I sold my first folio right after I graduated high school. So, sure, I say and I make the trade because
Well,
just
Counter
get me
puts
out of
his
this
hand
fucking
out.
scenario.
He pulls out a long written document on a scroll and says, "All right, we're willing to make the trade, but first you must sign this for me." And
They said no soul contracts.
Yeah,
Don't
they-
get us in
So,
trouble there, big
Buffy-
guy.
Excuse me, book person. Will you just?
Yeah.
You're smarter than the rest of them. Will you look at this? I assure you, it is a love potion. I'm not signing a contract. I already work for Master. I'm not about to give that up to like sign some paperwork for you. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. I'm not
Yeah.
sorry. I don't want to work for you.
Give it to me.
She's
Here.
really smart.
you
Uh,
folks are taking things way out of proportion. This
Why the hell she gets to
written
sign it?
document isn't. It's just a simple document stating that we can have a full refund if said product is not amicable to our to what was advertised.
In the meantime, I suppose I'll stand here holding this
a
scale
simple
out, and I make a
disclaimer,
motion as I
if you
finish
will.
my drink for another one.
Oh, dear.
I take the charming potion and I cast identify it. I don't cast it as a ritual. I just cast identify it.
It is a love potion.
As I thought from looking at the outside, it is indeed a charming love potion, like she
See?
says.
The nerd has us covered.
May
Well,
I
thank you
take
very
a
much.
card
With
now?
that.
Well, we all just
Please.
spoke.
Please.
Give
I
it-
handed
give
to her.
them
I handed it to her. I handed it to her. I handed it to her.
And she just like struggles but makes her way back out the doors, and you assume up to her room, to her laboratory, to invent something.
So I took an ethics class, and love potions are kind of against moral.
I grab it from
I don't know if we should use
Moral
this.
society. And I
I
think we're
grab it.
amongst monsters.
I grab it from Buppy and I go, well, it makes fantastic drama. And I say it, I put it in a pocket.
I myself am going to go sign up for the dance competition. You may not think I have talent, but I do.
Wait, what about that door?
Yes, well,
Yeah, I want to kick it.
well, no, don't kick it. But let's...
I head over to sign up for the dance competition.
Yes, I will
as
sign-
well. But I also
Buppy,
will
when
have
we're
to
done
have a
with
conversation.
signing up, we will go check the door out.
All right. You head over to the gift. She has greenish yellow skin, pulled very tight. Her hair, though, is very loose in loose curls, and she's wearing a full-on tuxedo as she stands there. Yes, dance competitors, are you signing up?
I think Tychos was leading.
Yes, madam, of course. I absolutely would love to sign up for this competition.
Type of dancing is it?
It's pretty free-formed, whatever you feel you're best at.
Fantastic. I might give it a shot as well.
Are you signing up as couples, or are you going to be individuals?
Individual.
Oh, I'm not dancing. Don't look at me.
I think that...
Are there,
creative.
are there any currently unattached members looking for a partner? Perhaps I could fill in for anyone who sprained an ankle or came down with food poisoning.
The entry fee is 20 gold pieces individual. Or if you join as a couple, that will be 35.
So that's a no.
I suppose that is a no
Well,
then. So
do
here
either
you
of
go.
you know the formal dances of the courts? I take that as a no. I'll sign up individually.
Wonderful.
I do the same.
Sign up here. I will collect your gold.
Yeah. Okay. Terrence will
Please
also sign.
return after the meal of the evening, and we will begin the competition shortly thereafter.
Well, I as soon as I give her the money, I lean over to my bottle, and I open it up and I say, "Okay, buddy, now's our time to shine. I'm counting on you for this one." And then I cork it back up and put it away.
Doing
All
that
right.
thing again.
Oh, I read about those. Are you one of those people that, like, you get your powers from something else?
Buppy, it's rude to ask people where they get their powers. Come with me.
Is
I
it?
don't have any powers.
Seems we have time to kill. Back to the bar.
And you totally do, my friend. We need
Aren't
to work
we
on your
checking out
confidence.
the
No.
secret door? Are we not
Oh,
doing the secret
oh.
door thing?
That's
Yes,
where
I
I'm
thought-
bringing Buppy.
Huh.
On the way
hold
to
our
the
spot.
door,
I say, I go to the bar.
Counter explains to
at this
Buppy how
point, go ahead and
warlocks
make-
work.
At this point, make a Constitution saving throw for me, Terrence.
Yeah.
You
Ooh.
have
That's a
downed a
natural 20.
lot of alcohol. All right, as you're used to.
Yeah. No,
It
this
settles
is
well.
we're actually at normal right now. Like this is we're finally this is all
He's
right.
not going to remember any of this.
He's in dancing
Yeah.
form now. He's
He
ready.
doesn't know how to hold his liquor.
Yeah, this is
Oh, he knows how to
I just
hold
rolled
his
a natural
liquor.
20 on
It
8
concerns
drinks. What are
me.
you talking about? Or 9 drinks.
It deeply
Yeah,
concerns
that's a
me.
lot.
Whatever.
Buppy.
Is this the door?
Yes, it is, and I'll point out the thin seam. Please act a bit natural. Maybe lean against the wall, and me and Thurlby will pretend like we're speaking with you. No, okay.
Okay. That's
It is
natural.
a bit busier than it was when you and Counter were originally out here. Let's go ahead and make performance checks to see how natural you all look out in your
Okay.
out in the field.
Okay.
Is that for everybody?
Oh,
whoever went to the door and is now acting natural as
Did
they
you get
try
a
and
natural
look at it.
20?
No, when Alex
No,
laughs, he
I-
gets a
I-
natural 1. He's not.
I got an 18.
Oh, okay.
It's +0, so it's
I got a
Pretty
19.
good.
Okay.
I got a 16.
5.
Maeve, did you go with them or did you stay or go somewhere?
Yeah, no, I went with them. I rolled a 19.
Okay. So everybody but Thrillby, you're nervous. I mean, you're doing something
You
you
don't
shouldn't
say.
be doing. Shush. And it is showing to the point where you're like, God, we shouldn't be doing this. I know we shouldn't. And you're just kind of like pacing back and forth as everyone else looks completely natural, completely like they're just hanging out. You watch as Thrillby just like is pacing.
Thoroughly. Remember what I said to you earlier. Use my guidance.
Ah,
Be
right.
cool,
okay.
man.
Let me
Be
add a
cool.
D4 to this roll. I got a 4, so that's a 9.
And then I'll use a reaction to do my Cosmic Omen, which is a thing I have, which is I can creature within 30 feet does an ability check as a reaction. I can roll a d6 and add to the number as a star druid.
So that's going to be a 14 from Thrillby after all those bonuses.
Yeah, you see Tychos' eyes. You can see like starlight in them, and he's just looking. He's relax. What we're doing is perfectly normal.
Yeah, of course. Perfectly normal. We're just at a monster's ball and not a monster ball, which you would think would be about monster slaying, which is technically what my occupation is. But yeah, we're good.
He doesn't completely blend in, but definitely starts to. So what are you all doing at this door aside from just distracting?
Buppy is actually casting Identify while he's leaning against the door.
Okay.
Casting, not ritual, so
Okay.
it's faster.
Yeah, Counter's just trying to distract people from what's going on.
All right. So you take a moment and cast your spell on the door. There are several enchantments added to this door. You're seeing layers of them. So with Counter's spell, you did remove a layer of them, but there are more. You discover there are potentially probably ways in, but the safest way that will not set off alarms or potentially trigger any of the other warding spells that are on this would be with its exact match key.
So, here, Mr. Devilman,
Somebody walks by and stops. Yeah, yes.
I'm sorry.
Horns,
He was speaking to me. Yeah, honest mistake.
Oh.
sorry, half Devilman. I apologize. I don't, not used to so many people. He's like
Walks
starting to
away.
sweat a little bit.
Puppy, you're doing amazing. You're doing amazing.
And then in which case, he just messages. So I can get this door open, but it could be really loud.
Really loud, you say?
Really loud. Can you keep it quiet?
In what way? Would you suggest I keep it quiet if you're going to make a loud boom?
There's one school of magic I did not do well in. I know there's a spell that keeps things silent.
If I may,
What do you want me to do?
There's more
Summon
than just.
I could summon you a flock of geese if you'd like.
Never mind.
I could just kick
It's
down
also
the door.
more than that. You get the feeling that there's an alarm added to it. There's some sort of explosion added to it. There's some sort of spell that can then like trigger some sort of other like warding. There are levels of spells and protection. So in addition to the loud, there are several other. Just so you know.
Flock of geese?
Oh no, never mind. I read something wrong with knock. I wrote arcane lock as a. Never mind. Never mind.
Well, then we must acquire the key. I know there's a key holding it.
That's right. So, and also, we should not open this door by any other means.
I think that's apparent now.
Exactly like I said. There's explosions. There's
You get the feeling, so if a dispel magic would you would need to keep using it. That would be the issue with it. Like it's dispelling one or two small things at a time, but not all of it is dispelling simultaneously. So that is an option for you all, should you have the spells for that.
Counter, can you continue to pick away at the enchantments?
Unfortunately, I guess I don't know if we're still using message, but I messaged back to him because I have the spell as well. I unfortunately don't have that many. I don't have the magical ability. I can maybe cast it one more time, but that would take everything I've got.
Well, I suppose we shouldn't completely dry you out. What about you, Buppy? Is there anything in that book?
I know the spell, but I didn't prepare it.
No.
He holds his head down.
Oh, do I know the pains of that? As I look at my own spell list and realize what I have not prepared.
Mention it was mostly an RP puzzle experience.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
And for some reason, I thought I'd be speaking with more animals.
Just let me kick it, guys.
Did
It'll
you
be
not,
the fastest way.
Did you not hear it is triggered
No.
enchantments?
Maeve, if you kick it, it'll explode in your face, make a loud noise, and most likely kill you.
Oh, it's
So
not
don't
cool.
do that.
Maybe we should
What?
kick it on the dance floor instead.
I don't. Oh.
Oh, jeez, that's just. Come
I
on,
don't-
man.
No, I don't. I do dancing with these in the fighting pit. Not so much with the feet.
Well, I suppose this doorway is locked by the host himself, Aranax, but perhaps if we do the work and get the soul coin for his wife, correct? We will... Maybe she has a way in here. Maybe this is what she means to give us that exposes him.
Yes.
Is Sanic still at the bar?
Sanic, no, he's kind of making a laugh. You saw him sign up to do a fight in the pit as well
Alright.
as dance.
Well, then I'll let him go do that. I'll meet him on the dance floor.
This Sanic, he seems to be involved. Aranax is an upstart. He was not meant to host this event. Somehow his name shot up on the list. Zanuck was supposed to host. So there's been some upstart confusion amongst the upper ranks of this monsters ball. So we may be able to get Zanuck on our side in this, or at the very least, gamble with the man.
Mavis, your eyes begin to wander. Just very upset that you have been told, absolutely, please do not kick this door. Not a good
Kick
idea.
the fucking door.
You watch as this tangle of long gray hair, these really pretty black, black robe and dressed creature just storms through the hallway where you are and out one of the doors towards the front of the building, sobbing.
Well, there's somebody who's super upset, and I think this is the kind of place where you're not supposed to be upset, so maybe that's important. They had really pretty gray hair, or was it hair or skin?
Hair.
Hair. Gray hair and really pretty dress thing. Should we go talk to her?
Well, we have time to burn until the dance competition. Perhaps all of us shouldn't come running up to a crying woman.
I'll handle it. I got it. I'm gone before they can stop.
Okay, Maeve, as you begin to do that, two things happen. Terrence, you begin to notice that the hall is clearing out. Folks are heading out the back doors outside. Some folks, and now the rest of you in this front area are seeing a wave of people come through and up the stairs to their rooms or out the front door. And large tables are being brought in. You get the feeling that they're preparing for dinner.
Oh, dinner, nice. I've been feeling kind of hungry myself.
Counter's gonna try and find the pit fiend. When they get a chance.
Perfect. Go ahead and make a perception check. Maeve, you head out the front large door where you saw this woman head out. And over in this large garden area on a stone bench, you just see her kind of balled up.
Hey, is there space on the bench where I could go sit down next to her?
Easily, yep.
Okay. I'll walk over and just kind of sit and be like, is everything okay? I mean, it's kind of a stupid question, you're crying, but like, is this kind of a place where we should be happy? What's going on?
As she looks up at you, you realize the exterior is not of traditional beauty. She appears to be a hag of some sort as she is sobbing. It is my love.
Oh. What happened?
Well, she is a beautiful vampire, of course.
Of course.
And I am this. She does not love me in return.
Wait a minute. Are you guys actually together?
Yeah. When your heart knows what it wants. It's hard to, when you're together, apart.
So did she say something to you?
She said, please go away, you're ugly, stop bothering me.
Well, that's just shitty. Who says shit like that?
But I know.
Fuck her.
Get pat. No, I wouldn't. I mean,
Not what I meant. That the other one, the one where you just forget about her.
Forget about her. It's
Yes.
hard, you know. She's beautiful and smart and
Yeah,
funny.
But there's other people who are beautiful and smart and funny. Like if she's gonna just be a bitch like that, you don't want to be with her. Why would you want to be with somebody who feels that way about you? Or who talks to you like that?
Before I revealed my true form, she was very wonderful to me, and I very much want that back, but I also don't want to have to always be.
Yeah, well, trust me, from experience, if they feel that way about your actual appearance, they're not good people.
I don't appreciate you judging my love so very harshly.
Did I happen to see Maeve go out there, or
You were in the
crying?
bar. You're in the bar
I was
area.
hoping I was like leading on it casually. It's okay.
Seriously, why do you want to be with somebody who doesn't appreciate you for who you are?
Well, because she is very beautiful and smart, and
But not kind, right?
you should see her. She has every right to be mean. She is beautiful.
Who the fuck has a right to be mean just because they're beautiful? No.
As she begins crying even more, and she just looks up at you. She goes, well, the truth is, I don't want anyone else. I know. I hear you, and you're not wrong. I should.
Hang on.
I want her to love me as much as I love her.
Hang on a second. Wait right here. I'll be right back. I run inside. I got there eventually, guys, okay? I ran back inside to go find Terrence. Jesus fucking Christ. Hey, can I see that potion thing, please? It's important.
That is all the information I'm giving you.
Yep.
I hand it to her and I go, now, that is
Thanks,
pretty morally questionable. So make sure to give it to someone who won't use it on one of us.
I got it. Yep, we're good. I run back outside. She's still there.
Terrence orders another drink.
She is.
Okay. All right. Here, I feel really bad for you, and I still don't think that you should be, hitching your cart to somebody like this who's not going to appreciate you for who you are. But if it's going to make you happy, I have this thing. I've heard that if you just give it to them, they will love you.
The ingredient that I needed to complete a love potion like this is no longer available in my realm. The plant went extinct. This is a miracle.
But
Thank
before,
you, sweet girl.
wait a minute.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just almost started talking like you. Wait a minute. Before I give it to you, you have to promise me that if she starts giving you shit, you're going to back out. Because you're better than that.
Of course, yes.
You promise?
She's not even trying to pretend like she's promising. She's just
Yeah.
like, yes, very, of course. That's the only smart thing to do, of course.
All right. There you go. Happy to help.
Oh, well, thank you. This is a very kind gift. Do you require anything in return? Payment of sorts?
Oh, shit. Hold on. Wait right here. I'll go back inside. I go up to Terrence. Is there anything we need? They're asking for payment. I should have fucking asked you beforehand.
What
we
does
need
she have
anything?
of
I don't.
roughly equivalent
oh.
value or information that may help?
I don't. What kind
About
of
either
information?
Aronix,
Can you just come with
Sanic?
me? Can you come
All
with
right.
me? Thank
All
you.
right.
You all, by the way, because the door that Maeve went out, yeah, you have watched Maeve go in and out a few times here already.
What do you think she's dealing with out there?
It looks tense.
Aw, no good in tense situation.
I got it.
Are you sure?
And then you
Great.
see Terrence
go out
walk
with
by
her.
with Maeve.
I make sure that I have enough alcohol to get me there and back, and I go out.
Oh, goodness.
You find a hag in much better spirits than she was when she first sat down, staring at this love potion that Maeve took from you just a few moments ago.
Well, hello there. I see you have a perhaps an unrequited
Is this
love that
your
requires
love? Is this your love that
Oh,
you are
God,
bringing me
no.
to show me your
No.
healthy relationships?
Nope.
No. Okay.
I'm still looking for that right person who's gonna.
Oh yeah, we did great.
What I believe I am here for is she said, "What do we need?" And the answer to that is a very rare item you hold in your hand, and we are looking for something of at least equivalent value, whether that be physical or information.
Yeah, that.
Well, I do know that the last of this plant that is needed to finish this potion is extinct in my realm. Is that useful information? I don't know.
That is
what-
wildly unhelpful. Thank you, though. So I do think what we are looking for is either something of physical value, as I stated, or perhaps equivalent rarity, or if you have any information regarding Aronix, his wife, or the pit fiend, the Sanic man over there.
I just thought of a
Sanic
question.
pit fiend.
What does your love
That
look
is
like?
named.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you up there.
You're not being picked up by your microphone.
It's literally right here.
I don't know why.
Layla, she is very beautiful. Very dark black hair, pointy teeth, red lips, gray skin, impeccable, dark eyes. Why are you in love with her too?
No. I mean, the way you describe her, maybe, I don't know. But, just cool. Just wanted to know. Thanks.
All right.
I shrug at the hag, like,
very
I don't know.
confused as to what is going on here. Okay, wildly unhelpful. So, I don't very much know about the large pit fiend, aside from large. And as far as our host and hostess are concerned, I know that this is in fact not their home. Though I'm not sure whose home it is.
I was talking to some of the other guests earlier. They said this was an interesting teleportation coordinate, I think was the words he used. Could that have something to do with this not being their home or even perhaps their plane?
Very, very correct. You are observant, smart. Yes, it is not their home or their plane or anyone's plane. As far as I don't know a lot about teleportation. I more know like this stuff, but it was unique for sure. That is correct. Are you trying to do something with the fiend? Do you know him? Do you need this for him? I don't know if it will work on Pit. I'm not sure.
No,
I
that's
tend
yours.
to trust
That's
I tend to trust my own charms in that particular arena. I am a poet, and most people.
I don't swing that way, and you're not. But you're very nice looking.
I wasn't.
And
I don't think I was trying.
I don't. I'm just saying I can't gauge.
If
Anyways,
you felt that was just my natural magnetism.
Oh my God! Can you
the-
stop? Let's wrap this up, please.
If you
I'm
need
with
to go
her, I have
somewhere,
the thing
you
to
can
do.
feel free. I wanted to say one last thing. You asked me a question and I did not answer. The reason I'm interested in Sanic is he is my upcoming competition in the dance competition.
You want to capture him? Wonderful! I have a thing for you. Please hold.
That is okay.
And she reaches into her bag.
I'll take it.
These are magical shackles. They will bind. Prevent things from leaving. Not in a mean. Not like. I was allowed to bring them in. I did check with the purple thing, and I asked about it. And these are not soul contract ones. They're just more like, if you want to keep someone in place.
Well, you
for
could have fucking
any-
led with this, and I wouldn't even needed it him.
You were about to
you-
stay in their room, were you not? But that's quite all right. You have a
I was-
fun night, I say, as I
100%
grab the
not.
handgun and I give her a suggestive look and leave.
All right.
I
Well, that
spin them
was
around my finger
wildly
once and pocket them.
Okay.
I'm going to the pit fiend, I think.
We did the thing.
Well, it seems I am dry, and I do believe that dinner is about to be served. If you would like to head in with the rest of us.
Yeah,
I
all
say
right.
to Maeve as we're walking back to the party.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I mean the group, not the party.
And you all notice that folks are coming back down the stairs now. Maybe cleaned up a little bit. Some of the folks who wanted to get dressed up, and bells are ringing throughout the large hallway or the large main area as folks are heading in. There are incredibly large tables. They span the entire length of this large hallway, and over the pit where you fought, there's now magically a floor covering it, and tables are lining that as well. And folks are sitting down of all race, creed, gender, look, and food of their particular plane are brought out to them as options to eat. So whatever you desire, literally anything, and I'm not going to make up menus for all different planes of existence for you all tonight, but there's food from everywhere.
That is a smart move, as our group is known to.
Wait, whoa. I'm sorry. Our group or you?
You all languish in my menu
All of us.
descriptions. All of you do.
I like to
Hey,
push
I
on,
don't.
but it's for sure all of us.
Just because your character doesn't like
sweet
taste.
things.
Well, I'll have
Shannon doesn't like taste.
I'll have a lovely lamb chop and a green mint jelly reduction maybe, and some kind of I don't know, starch on the side. Whatever they
I have a lightly salted tortellini, and then I'll have a large steak of mashed potatoes.
I think she literally just said she
With-
doesn't want to do this.
You all can do this. I am not coming up with the menu for you.
Yeah.
If you would like to go around and grace us with whatever your character would choose to eat, I'm fine with it. But I don't want you to say to me, so I would like something from the plane of this plane of existence. What do you have? And then me having to come up with it.
I like
Awesome
fire.
food, thanks.
Food appears in front of you.
Fantastic.
Magic.
Counter gets one of those what do you call it? One of those fancy bubbles that like opens up and it has like vapor inside, like fancy restaurant.
Yeah, like a
Yup.
don't know what they're called.
molecular gastronomy.
Yeah, thank you.
I got a
My
molecular
grandmother
gastronomy
makes
kit as a
it better
gift
than
from her.
this.
Yeah, Tychos would just have a very lovely salad.
And as you say that, the goblin comes by, not the salad, as you explain how your grandmother makes better tortellini. You watch as the tortellini disappears off your plate. And
At
one of
least
the
I have mashed potatoes.
yeah, you still have mashed potatoes. And actually, a moment later, a goblin comes out and says, "My apologies. Let's see. What can we do to make it better for you? So, tortellini, can you describe it a little bit more in detail? I thought we got it right, but apparently we didn't." And like takes
Yeah,
your
I
notes.
said lightly salted, and it needs to have like the cheese on the inside was not rich. It should have a certain amount of creaminess to the cheese. It's
Okay, well,
all about.
Our mistake. Our mistake. We try and make it exactly to your specifications, and we messed up there. So just give us a moment. And about 2 minutes later, no goblin appears, but your plate refills with tortellini.
Wait, can I ask a question, Alex? Did you order tortellini and mashed potatoes?
Yeah.
That is
Okay.
correct.
Yeah, two.
That's why I wasn't making up a menu.
She did say anything.
You did.
All right,
Yeah.
friends. What is our game plan, as they say, so far?
So we did receive these handcuffs of, well,
Oh, chains and whips excite me.
yeah.
Going to try and bargain with the pit fiend first. Perhaps we can see it. Like maybe we can discuss things amicably. He
Well,
seems that he might have some sort of, he might not be too interested in the host. And maybe he'll just give us the coin if it'll help squander his plans.
Well,
I don't know about that. This guy, he seems pretty old and powerful. I mean, did you see that posse that walked in after him? He'll just view us as another, step to walk over.
I agree with Thrillby. Also, a devil like that, they don't do much unless a devil fiend, whatever, there's something that they gain out of it. Now, that's why I think that we should go to him with the wager and entice it with a little bit of spice. Let him know that if we win, that Aronix may be embarrassed terribly by what we can do with that soul coin, since Aronix did steal his hosting gig this year.
I think it would be prudent not to mention that Aronix's wife is the one who's given us this information.
No, of course, we never give away our sources, but it's easy to just say we don't like the Dick. He's kind of an asshole. And we also would like to embarrass him, so...
Perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking.
And here I was thinking, there was something clever there. It's gone. Have another drink, please.
Your dinners are cleared from you after a half hour, 45 minutes of dinner time. And you are asked to all get out and leave again for a few moments as they clear out the room and get the dance floor and band back where it belongs for the after dinner dance competition. Yes, Alex.
I took the divination school and I forgot to roll for my portent.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do that right now if you don't mind.
Go for it. What are your portents?
So my first one is a 4.
Great.
And my other one is a 3. Wow, okay.
Well, you can cause someone to fail something
That's
pretty
true.
hard.
Yes. I'm
All right.
sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Once dinner's kind of concluded, Tychos would want to try to find Zanuck, and in a moment where maybe he and maybe Terrence or one other person could go
Maybe we're
speak.
lining up for the dance competition.
Yeah, something like that. Anything where we can talk.
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah, you kind of see, I mean, you easily see him at the dinner table because he's probably one of the most intimidating creatures at the table. And you easily watch him walk out of the hall as well, so you could also catch him as dinner is getting cleared up if you'd prefer before the dance competition, or as Terrence said, you can wait.
Yeah, I'd like to go chase after him. Anyone else can come with if they want.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay,
I'll
who's
waddle
going-
along.
Okay.
While we're going, I am going to cast not detect magic. I'm going to cast disguise self on myself, not to
Okay.
change my appearance to something different, but to accentuate all of my devil-like traits, make my horns a bit spikier, my skin a bit redder in nature, and just to enhance that aspect.
All right. And you do such. Easily enough, you find him kind of standing near the entryway in the large room where the hall or where the stairs are, with a gaggle of other fiends around him. Just kind of soaking up the attention of those who adore.
Yeah, absolutely. So Tychos would approach and sort of give him a lofty, very noble bow and say, "My infernal lord, Zanuck, a pleasure to meet your acquaintance."
Fan. Hello, welcome. What is your name?
Yes, my name is Tychos. This is my traveling companion, a performer in his own right, Terry.
I cheers him and take a sip as if being like, yeah, this one's for you, and then I drink it.
You're the one who offered me a drink earlier. I'll take that one now, please, as well.
Unfortunately, Mr. Sanic, this one is mostly gone, and it is mostly mine, so I would definitely order you one if you care to join me for another round.
I would very much care for you to walk away and get me a drink, then bring one back. Thank you so much. Who's the one with his nose in the book?
Oh, this is my my squire of sorts, Puppy. He's a very
Terry,
bright boy.
Terry, be gone, please. Get that drink. Since
No, I
you're
don't
not
move. I
offering
finish my drink, and I'm just all the things that he just said. I do not change my demeanor at all. It's like it never happened.
it. Okay.
Terrence.
Buppy most definitely goes and tries to get him a drink.
Puppy will take care of that. Thank you.
Hmm.
Now, we have come to just talk to you about the competitions tonight. We were inquiring if you might be a gambling man of sorts for these types of competitions.
I wager money I pay like you mere mortals do. Put my coin in as appropriate. And if that's what you're referring to, I don't cheat. I don't get into the competition for free, even though it was supposed to be at my abode this year.
I did hear such rumors. I didn't want to bring it up. But this Aronix, this upstart, a bit peculiar, wouldn't you say?
Peculiar, or would you perhaps say a cheater, a liar, a scam artist?
I typically don't hold myself to judgments because I am lower in station, but I would be pensioned to agree with you in those surmisings. He is certainly a dick.
Counter just gives him the thumbs up from a few feet away.
He is not my favorite. No. What do you want from me?
Well, I have a keen perception, especially for things of the infernal nature, and I may have heard from your purse the screams of a valuable soul coin.
You watch as he somehow makes himself look a little bit bigger and more intimidating than he had before. If I had one of those rare items on me, and I am not saying I did, and he gestures to all the other ears that have perked up and looked in his general direction, I would not be willing to part with it for nothing, as they are hard to come by.
Certainly terribly difficult, terribly valuable, difficult to attain and create. We do not presume you have one. If you do not have one, that is fine. But if there was a way to acquire one, we may be able to assure you a certain level of embarrassment to Aranex. And we would be happy to try to win such a prize or any other prize you might be able to offer in a clean, fair way, a lawful way in competition.
At this point, he kind of shuts down. You see his facial features kind of shut down a little bit. But in your head, you hear him say in Infernal, I am in possession of such coin, and if you are able to figure out how that weasel, or what did you say, Dick, got this year's Monsters Ball over me, or figure out a way to ruin him so he never is a problem again, I would be all for it. However, I have a small problem. One of my new lackeys is misbehaving, and I very much need your help with it. There's a ring. It's an anti-magic ring, prevents them from teleporting away, and I would very much like to tie it around his neck so he can't take it off. Thank you.
Certainly, he has a... we happen to might have some shackles that could help with that.
Are they anti-magic ones, or just... The big thing I need is the anti-magic fields.
Well, let me investigate for you, Infernal Lord, and if we are able to acquire this for you, we'd be happy to exchange it for your support in embarrassing our cheater of a host.
He turns away from you, but you see like a gentle nod as he begins to move. The bell rings. Ah! Time for me to show off my skills.
Well, we will see you on the dance floor, Lord. Good luck.
All right. The main hall opens again, yes? Go ahead,
Well, I
Terry.
do declare he was very full of himself. I did not like him very much at all.
That's all right. He whispered sweet nothings in my ear about how we can get that coin.
That's an odd way to put that.
And I put it that way. Let's return to the group.
You're a strange man, Tacos.
Yes.
Hey, come back with the oh, you're not talking to him anymore.
He like literally catches you on the way. Over here, over here.
Okay, here, do.
Good boy.
And then Bubby runs away.
He like attempts to dog pat you on the head, like good boy.
Puppy, and
Yeah.
just the way I keep saying puppy. I love it. We need Terrence. You have those shackles you acquired from the Puppy. Could you figure out the exact nature of these shackles to see? You see, and I'll talk quietly. Zanuck, he has an enemy here, or one of his lackeys, who he does not wish to be able to escape magically. If these shackles can inhibit magic, anti-magic, as well as locking someone down, we can get our coin.
Yeah, I can figure that out. Just this time it's gonna take me a little longer. I need like 10 minutes.
You take
That's
your time.
okay.
I'm so proud of you.
Contestants, calling all contestants for the dance competition to the dance floor. As Buffy just like melts into happiness, into like a happy puddle on the ground.
You do your work while we dance.
Good luck out there, guys. You got this.
You're gonna do great, Dad.
You were kind of
He's got some issues.
All right. So anyone who is performing in the dance competition, you are going to make a series of 3 performance checks, and we will look at the average of them to determine who's the winner.
Can I do some stuff to, I don't know, prep for this?
Examples being?
As I'm limbering up, I reach into my pocket, grab my bottle, and pop it open, and out of the top of the bottle comes a magical head of a genie,
Okay.
and I say, "Time to put on our." Oh, I did the wrong voice again. Time to put on our dancing shoes, pal. And he just gives me a wink and then goes back into the bottle, and a puff of smoke shoots out of it and starts shining around my feet. And now I have a flying speed of 30 feet. And I figured that's cool for some acrobatic effects.
Awesome. Love it. Anybody else doing any prep before they
Yeah.
begin?
Well, it's not prep. I'm just gonna do it while
Okay.
we dance. So if you want me to talk about it later, I can do it.
Yeah, no prep, just things that I would do during the dancing.
Okay.
That won't really affect my rolls.
Perfect. You begin to see as the first round of competition begins that everyone has a gimmick.
Yeah.
And so your gimmick is maybe different, but it's not going to give you advantage on any rolls or anything like that. Like some
Totally.
people are using minor illusion to make like their tap dancing spark and shine. People are playing music. Yeah, it's this is something people have prepared for. So yes, so you can explain it with as much flavor as you want because that is what we love about D&D, but it does not give you advantage on any of your rolls.
Good to know.
How many judges are there?
There are 3. You get 3 scores.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm so smart, y'all.
It's like you prepared this game.
Well, then I'm gonna.
Don't
I'll
talk
be
on this.
while I'm dancing. I'm using enthralling performance.
Okay.
Which they'll have to do a DC a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And if they fail, they are charmed for 1
Beautiful.
hour. Excellent. So you want us to roll?
I do. You get the feeling, and it is nothing personal, that there's sort of like an invisible barrier, like at the end of the. You are not the only amazing bard out there who has these really cool effects, but you do watch like somebody off, like a handful of like crowd people begin to swoon. They're like, "Oh my gosh, do you see Terry? Like, oh, he's."
This guy is really something else, huh? Oh boy.
Yeah, that. You see a lot of that. All right, 3 rolls. Let's start with Terrence. Tell me what your 3 performance checks are, please.
24, 30, and 28.
All right, beautiful. Tychos.
Not great. An 11, a 12, and an 18. I imagine he's just doing very, like, noble, like, boring.
Yeah, it's like you're bowing to, like, no one,
Like,
because there's no one doing the thing.
Yeah, it's got a lot less spark than the rest of the dances do.
Yeah, I'm going full on like break dancing into Circus Soleil shit. Just flipping all over the place. And on my last dance, I use my feline agility to double my speed, and I just do like a crazy backflip in the air.
Very cool.
Oh my god. I got a 6, a 17, and a natural 20. So we add +5 performance to all of that. So that's 11, 22, and 25.
Okay, did either? I mean, I know you didn't, Tychus. Terrence, did you get a nat 20 on any of your rolls, or were they?
No, I
all...
didn't. I figured a 30 was pretty good. It was a 19.
The 30 is pretty good, but you know, not 20s. All right. Other people go, we'll say, for storytelling purposes. Some of them are awesome. Some of them are very terrible. But they save the best for last, hopefully, and the Pit Fiend goes last. Those are some really good rolls.
Can I for the Pit Fiend, can I force him to fail or get a 4 for one of his good rolls?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. That might be worth a gold star.
All right, give me a moment. Tell us about your dances, if there's any more detail you want to give, as I do a little bit of calculator math here, because math is stupid.
Yeah, so Terrence's is perfectly appropriate to whatever music is playing. Like if it's like an upbeat kind of swing thing, he's doing that. If it's like a ballroom thing, he's like doing kind of a shuffle routine. he'd probably be like working people from the crowd into it. You know, he'd be like grabbing partners and like whipping around and stuff. And I don't know, they're just magically very good too. Or he just leads them in a way that makes it so they can't be bad. Yeah, it's kind of like a whole it's a whole show. He's doing a whole thing.
Yeah.
My dance kind of resembles like airbending from Avatar, where he like does a bunch of dance moves and then makes like a big ball, and then instead of just like riding around on the ball, he's like break dancing on top of the ball, and then it explodes and he flies into the air and he's like hanging by his tail and doing all this crazy stuff, like making use of the entire room.
Yeah, Tychos is very staid and very bland and very formal, and even the magic he uses to like flare it up is very staid and very boring. He just sort of has a few flowers come out of his hands with druid craft, and like he shapes some water, but it's all very like
Beautiful.
I like to think that that's the whole thing. Like that, what Sean just did was the
It's like 2 minutes of that. The Pit Fiend starts very strong. It is very graceful, and not even graceful so much as just has this really fantastic stage presence, getting people's attention, enthralling them with his just general ability to take up space. There is some grace in his dance moves as well. And then towards the end of his dance and his performance, you watch as it just begins to dive off. People begin to get distracted. They walk away for drinks. They leave, and you can feel he is kind of very angry about this. By the end of this, the gift comes back out in her tuxedo. Well, we have a winner then. She looks at the paper in front of her. This is... And just remember, folks, the Monsters Ball is a time of peace. The winner this year is Terrence, just like Cher? Just Terrence like Cher. And the Pit Fiend kind of roars with anger. But you got second place, Sonic. Very well done. And she begins to walk off the stage very quickly as she just doesn't want to be blamed for anything.
Yeah, Terrence, in all his professionalism, is like, oh, it's the roar of the crowd. It's the roar of the crowd. Doesn't matter what the roar about. So he stands up, just like a professional bow, and that's it.
Yeah, and you will receive a payment of 250 gold pieces for your winnings. For the 10 minutes that this is going on, you spend some time with those the shackles. Yep. Yeah, they are magical. They prevent. You get the feeling that they prevent teleportation. They prevent all forms of magic being used while they are on someone.
All right,
Buppy, my boy, what have you discovered?
They are. Oh my god.
Yes, there are a lot of accents here in this monster.
And they're all different than what we're normally doing.
Yeah, they're all. They are magic, and they will prevent teleportation. And yeah.
Well, perfect. I say, and I take them from Buppy.
Oh, I was gonna reach for him also.
Oh yeah, no, I take them.
Oh god, no! It's just the last thing I wanted was for you to take them.
And I go.
Oh no!
Doc, I believe we have a deal to settle, and I
believe I should be.
And I walk towards Stanek.
By the way, Buppy would have handed it to not Terrence.
No, I would have snapped it. My point.
I want to know is how Maeve is feeling right now as all of this is going on. We haven't heard her voice, Thrillbee, you've been a bit quiet. I just want to know what's going through your characters' heads. Is the dance competition, this moment with the shackles?
Yeah, she's just watching, and she was kind of impressed with Terrence and really impressed with Counter, and then when Tychos got theirs, I knew it was all talk.
It was a dad dance.
It's a dead dance, a total dead dance. Yeah. Yeah, and then she's just watching them bicker over the manacles. And if they do like continue to bicker and like pass them back and forth, she will try and be like, all right, we're done, and like try and take them too.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think anyone explained to Thrillby and Maeve actually the shackles or what we're supposed to be doing with them. So Thrillby, while enthralled by Terrence's performance, would have been like, "Wait, we got what are we trying to do? Oh, okay."
All right.
Counter is sprawled out on the floor of the dance floor, just exhausted.
That's some really cool shit, man.
I've refilled my drink somewhere in here. And
Make
I
another
go over
con
to
save
Sadie.
for me. Go ahead.
Yeah.
How many of you
Con
had? You
save?
probably had like a 12.
At this
Yeah,
point, it's
we're-
definitely
Point.
double digits.
I'm gonna say a
Oh my
disadvantage
God.
at this point. But roll it at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Although you just finished dancing.
13 plus whatever.
13 plus whatever.
Plus, well, yeah. Is it plus 1 or plus like 10? Because that makes
It's
a
like
difference.
no, it's like plus like 1 or 2.
Con save.
Yeah, no, it's a 14. It sucks. I rolled another natural 20 and you fucked me.
Well, you did
I
drink 12
did, you're
beers.
Well, you did your
Yeah,
12
and-
things.
Yeah.
And you've also been dancing.
That's true.
And
That's
Wow.
But I did
Ah.
eat in there.
you did.
I did
and I'm-
eat.
Yes, but did you drink while you were eating? And didn't like? Have you had any water yet? You know, you've got to like
No,
one.
this
one-
is-
one-
no
one-
way.
No, Bucky's
This
drinking all the water.
This is pretty
Yeah.
much how Terrence lives.
Yeah, and you're just
Like
all you
all the
had was a
time.
little
You
bit
are-
of lamb.
And some starch.
You're
Oh, yeah, that's
feeling the effects of
Yeah.
the alcohol, and by that I mean, as the DM, you are disadvantaged on all ability checks right now.
Okay.
Poison off. Poison.
Well,
You
I
are
go
poisoned
over.
or have the
Either
first
way,
level
I
of
go
exhaustion.
over to Sanic with maybe even more so, more likely that I do this. I go over to Sanic and I'm like, "Well, hello there. Hell of a competition, don't you think?"
He turns around to you. I believe that we have a debt to settle.
Tychos will be running up behind him at this point
Yeah.
and
You all
talking
kind of-
and yeah.
Yeah,
we
I
did
think
we
we're-
did have a bit of
Don't
a
worry
bit of an
about it, don't
agreement,
worry about it.
and we did discover that we do have some things that might be able to assist you in your.
I believe I have changed my mind. I
I don't think
Have-
you can do that.
thought about it, and no, our deal is off.
And he'll Tychos
All
will be
right,
saying
then.
this in
And
Infernal.
then I leave.
Infernal grace. This is. Do not let this human muddy your evening. Think of what we can do. What we can embarrass this Aronix. We can salvage this evening.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
Can I stand behind him, just like looking like a bouncer?
You can, but this
I'm
person
pleading.
has no idea who you are.
And I'm
Yeah.
pleading too. I don't
Yeah.
think.
Thrillby's like,
Hey, what's going on? I'm trying to help.
Yeah, yeah.
Not,
Buppy's waddling.
not terrible. Not great. It is a 15.
He looks at you and he says back to you in Infernal, if you can get that one, pointing at Terrence, to admit on stage that he was in fact not the champion of this dance competition, and I was somehow hijinxed in some way, shape, or form, because I most certainly know that something was done, I will give you what you need. Oh, and the shackles too, of course, they're part of it.
Yes, yes, of course. I will do what I can. Oh dear, why did I waste my disguise self? As I bow and humbly move away from him, the high class nobility brown nosing I know how to do. I'd hoped this would not be the situation, but we have to think, and I'll come back to the group. We have to think about what we're here to do, to fill you two in. I know this all happened fast. I spoke with the Pit Fiend and made a deal where we would provide him with the magical shackles that we found from the hag in exchange for the coin we need to give to Aronix's wife.
Wait, we need. Oh no. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep. Sorry. No.
you,
Go ahead.
you
Yep.
know that part.
I thought you meant like we. I have coin. We can give coin. I have shit ton of coin. I want a lot.
The
in the fighting
screaming
pit.
coin. The screaming coin.
Yeah, got
He has rescinded that deal because his
Important.
ego has been wounded, and all we need. And I'll
Go
look
back
at
on
Terrence, kind of with a face like, oh no. All we need, Terrence, is for you to admit on the stage that Zanuck was the true winner because he was unfairly judged.
Well, let's start thinking about alternate solutions then. So how do we get around this?
I see no alternate solution. We need this coin.
Can
You're
I
right.
give him money? I have a
He is-
lot.
He is a devil, a fiend. He does not care about money. He cares about clout, reputation. It's all that matters to these devils, as well as the deals they make.
Have we tried commiserating with him?
We have. I have been commiserating him since I've started speaking to him. That's why we got the deal.
I have a set of regular manacles if we want to, he went back on his promise, we can go back on ours.
I would imagine that would quickly turn into our deaths.
Would it
Well,
though?
wait, there's nothing he can do here, right? This is a place of peace, if I recall.
That peace.
Let me
as far as
try.
I've
Let me
been
try
concerned,
talking to him again.
The peace I've seen has been purely on a gentleman's word agreement,
Yeah,
and I think he
Well,
can do
one
whatever
can
he wants
assume
to us in our rooms. Or,
that if he did whatever he wanted, the rest of everybody would probably go after him. Am I correct in thinking that?
They
Look-
do seem to idolize him. I'm not so sure about that.
Look, so
Look-
either he accepts what we're offering, or he starts Monster War 4, and I don't think he's going to do that. So why don't we just go over there and we try and talk to him again?
Terrence, why don't you speak to my mother? Because if I'm going to be late because you want to hold on to your ego, so
Yeah, tell him, Bumpy. You
Yeah.
tell him. Tell him.
Yeah.
Isn't it time for you to apply more acne cream?
Don't you talk to him like
I
that.
already
You
did
keep being
2 hours ago, and it's every 4 hours.
Right.
I imagine so many people
Sorry, I
are looking
didn't
at
see it.
us like that's a dysfunctional family.
Let me. I will try to assuage him privately. Perhaps that will be enough. And I'm going to go over there.
And if you fail, you give it to
2
him.
drinks in hand this time.
Well, it
Okay.
seems as though we're all going to die. Perhaps that big boom will be what we'll have to do next.
Can
Not
I
being-
kick the door finally?
Maybe.
Is he? Where is he right now? Where is
Relax.
Santa? What's he doing?
He's kind of standing near where the pit is, the fighting pit.
I'm gonna sidle up to him and hand him the drink that I brought for him.
He takes it.
Mr. Sanic, I do apologize earlier. Obviously, my negotiation tactic was a bit heavy-handed, leaving so abruptly. Now, we do have something that I believe you want in this case, and you do have something that we would want. And I think that bringing in any external factors is, well, frankly, it's overcomplicating what would be a very simple transaction in any other world. And I'm gonna try and person.
Oh boy.
Ooh,
Okay.
Pithy.
That's not a good idea.
I believe in you, Tim.
This is why he doesn't play magic users. He doesn't.
Yeah,
understand.
I don't know this shit. I don't know. It's a thing that's his charm person. I'm gonna try and charm him at 4th level.
Read
If that
the
means
end
that-
of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that just targets additional creatures. That's fucking
No,
useless.
no, it's about what
Yeah.
happens when the
Nope.
Time
It's
Right.
about,
when
you got to read the whole thing.
Or a minute later.
All right.
Oh,
Also, isn't there something called junk creature?
what?
I think you're right.
I don't know.
He might also be immune. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, he might just be immune. Maybe him.
It's a
Are you
bit
cast-
like-
are you casting it?
Yeah, I'm casting it. I hit the button.
Okay.
Oh,
Good. What do we have to do?
Wisdom. I think it's a wisdom saving throw. is
Okay, I'm
what
not
this
gonna
means?
I
roll
think
because he
it's-
is not a humanoid.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Your spell
Ugh.
immediately fizzles.
Ugh.
Oh, it says humanoid right there.
Yeah.
It does. Sorry,
Yeah, I
my
don't play
DM teaches
casters
me-
because
they're hard. They have to read stuff. It's tough.
Yeah, no,
I
not
can
my
I
not my
message
cup of tea.
I want
All right, well, that doesn't work, so I'm going to keep trying to talk my way out of this.
during this, and I say, you have to change tactics. Perhaps tell him that it takes a thief, it takes a cheater to expose a cheater. And since you cheated, and you can admit that to just him, not in front of everybody, you would be the perfect person to help him expose the host.
I need you to go ahead, Terrence, and make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
What's going to happen?
Verse charm.
You're going to be paralyzed.
Oh, rude. All right, I rolled pretty well. It's a 16.
Fails.
Okay.
Your body seizes up, and he picks you up. He walks to the stage. He places you down, and he says out loud, I am the official winner of this event. And now we have a human popsicle. And he pushes you over. Thank you.
Ooh.
You at this point will come back
Trilby
to...
starts booing. He goes, boo! Boo to you, I say!
Thoroughly.
Tychos, in your head you hear, I don't like your friend here, but I appreciate you. Give me what I want, and I will give you what I have.
Of course, you're in fun on this. And Tychos would he would run up and like sneak his hands into paralyzed Terry's pockets, being like, "I'm glad you didn't notice they were right here." And I'll chase after Zanuck.
And at this point, your body unfreezes, Terrence. You get control over it again. And Zanuck just reaches his hand out to you, Tychos, and takes it and gives you a pouch.
Oh, immediately.
You can hear it.
Yeah, I imagine it.
You can hear it gets louder, and you can feel almost a vibration as it's in your hand of the feeling around you.
I'll immediately be like, oh, the devil in me and the druidic nature of my class is being... There's a conflict in me right now.
And you watch as Zanuck just walks out the door and up the stairs to deal with his problem.
Have a lovely evening, my liege. And I will flee back to my party and go directly to counter. Say, we've got it. We've got the coin.
So I just unfroze on the stage, right?
Oh yeah, you got
Okay,
like
I'm immediately going into a routine about how that guy's a real dick, but I'm doing it in a way that's clever, so everyone can like feel okay laughing at it. Like they're not like, oh, look, we're all laughing at this big guy's gonna kill us, but like I'm doing it in a correct, like subtle joke way.
Punching up stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
There you
go. Counter is just getting up now. And
oh, yeah. I forgot you're on the floor.
he takes the coin and from Tycho and says, "Perfect. Would you like to come with me?"
Of course.
Very well.
Rest of you like to come?
Wait, yeah, where are we going?
We're going to meet with, I forget, what was her name?
She didn't really share. I asked, but she wasn't very open.
Lies.
I'm pretty sure she said her name
I
was Zelvia.
completely forgot.
I was asking because of a character I don't know. I think it was Zelvia. Let's go find Zelvia.
Liar. Buppy, you hear in your head the familiar voice of the one that started your day off. Train will be there in about 10 minutes or so.
Oh, I so thought you were going to be his mom.
I know, me too.
I do a tight 5 and then come down and join the rest of the group. I rolled it, if it matters, with disadvantage, roll the 22.
You get some like cheers, but people are cautious. I mean, a pit fiend is nothing to screw around
All
with.
I need is smirks and light chuckles.
Yeah, you get those.
Okay.
All right.
We could leave.
Well, first we must find Zelvia.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Perception check from anyone who wants to scan the room and the areas for her. Probably not for Terrence because he's still doing his thing on stage.
Yeah.
16.
Oof, I did not roll well. Can I offer you a passive perception? I got a 4. on my
I
normal
appreciate it, though.
perception. Oh wait, no, sorry. I got a 9. Still not great, but
19 from Thrillby, though I'm
Oh.
not positive he knows who he's looking for.
I
Can
explain
you
it.
explain who you're looking for again?
Oh wait, am I?
Anyone who wants to take a look for her, except for Terrence, who is performing.
So 19.
8.
19. 8. And Counter, did you roll?
Yeah, I also got a 9. Not
Okay.
good.
So Thrillby and Maeve, the two of you are like, let's get the hell out of here. I'm done. And you, with the very basic description that Counter was able to offer you, begin scanning the room. And standing over in a corner, kind of just like twirling around, just this like leather whip on like with her hand, she's kind of like spinning it around. You see someone that vaguely fits the description that Counter gave you. You both
Is
kind
that
of almost like get there at the same time.
Succubus?
Yep, you see her?
I see her.
You're so perceptive. Girl,
I don't know what you're talking about. Let's get him.
you got let's get whatever. Okay, let's go.
So you lead the group over there, and Counter, she recognizes only you, and her eyes meet yours. You're back, and so soon. I'm excited. What do you have for me?
Well, it was quite an adventure trying to get this for you. You weren't kidding when you said this was quite hard to acquire. I feel like we talked to half the party in order to manage this one. And I pull out the coin and show it to her.
Oh, and like as the screams kind of echo out of it, you kind of see her give like a shudder. Perfect. She
exquisite
pockets it.
item for an exquisite woman.
Stop
Oh.
crowding.
I'll say that infernal.
Boo!
I don't know that.
She winks at you.
Boo,
And
I say, finally stumbling over.
You're drunk.
you know what? I've decided I don't want to
And
work
you're
with any
ugly.
of you. Have a good one. Good luck. No, just kidding. She winks over at you, Tychos, and looks back over to you, Counter. I'm glad that you made it happen. I have a very important deal to make, and I couldn't do it without this. As for my end of the promise, she reaches like down into her shirt and pulls out a key. Good luck. And hands it to you, and then just walks away, like Chassé away.
I have a question. When I got the message in my head that the train is leaving in 10 minutes, is that like from where we came from, or is it presumed where we're going?
You didn't really. That information was never well communicated, so you
Got
might
it.
need to follow up somehow, or hope you get lucky.
All right.
Buppy, we've got the key. We can open the door.
But we have 10 minutes.
What is so important about this door?
The entire reason we're here. Let's go.
Is it? Okay.
It might not be at all.
To get the
Alright,
love potion,
let's-
they got the shackles, they got the coin, they got the key that'll open the door, and what's gonna be on the other side of the door?
Let's just
Jerry,
find
Jerry.
out.
Go ahead.
We'll find out together.
I do hope it's some kind of weird golden light MacGuffin, as I say.
You should go
following
lie
Ruben.
down. You look really pale.
And you, once again, are ugly.
Well, I would disagree.
And in the morning, I will be sober. And you will still be ugly.
I will lead them if they want to follow back to the door.
Yeah, I'm going to use my flying speed again to get there as quickly as possible, seeing that we are in a timer constraint.
You get there and wait for everyone else to show up.
Quick, a distraction, I
Alright,
suppose.
Counter.
I just immediately open the door and wait, like, with the door open for everyone to, like, come in.
Alright.
The door opens without a problem. No spells go off. All of them seem to be disabled as you insert the right key. And on the inside, you find an office with, recognizably, your hourglass is sitting on the desk. You get the feeling that it's probably Aaronix's office of some sort. There are plans strewn about.
I start looking through. I investigate and try and
Yeah.
figure out what these plans are for.
Same.
I will, if you all are willing to spread out across the office, everyone go ahead and make an investigation check, digging through bookshelves, looking through drawers. And
Guys, we don't
tables
have a
and
lot of
such.
time.
I got a 14.
6.
Thrillby will be standing guard by the door.
Beautiful.
I got a 25.
Nice.
I got an 8.
No. I'm pretty drunk. I'll stay with Thrillby.
Easy enough for at least one of your party to find some information.
Puppy.
First of all, the first thing you discover is that you are all inside of an astral dreadnought. The entire Monsters Ball has been relocated to the inside of an astral dreadnought. And the second thing you learn is that the intention is, by the last day of the Monsters Ball, that in addition to the incubus, there will be a Rakshasa, and their goal is to take all of the most powerful creatures in the realms and disappear them from existence.
We must tell my
Oh
leech.
my god.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I say we just leave. I don't see why we need to tell any of these fuckers. Frankly, they were not a very phenomenal audience.
Well, let's leave
Wait.
these papers here so that they don't come after us again. Let's go.
Well, we'll just
Come on,
alert
no.
the IRA and they will take care of it.
Oh,
we
yeah,
need
right.
the evidence.
Yes.
Oh,
A swirl begins to form in the air, similar to the one that you stepped through going out of the carriage, right near where you are.
See ya.
That's convenient.
look, I'll be late for dinner.
Yes. The last thing Tycho
Second
will do
dinner.
before jumping in is he will make do with his promise and summon a flock of geese in the main chamber just to be like, I didn't have fun at this party anyway. You're all upstarts. He'll jump through the portal.
Perfect.
Counter quickly collects all of the documentation that could expose this plot, and then pulls out his claw and on the counter of the desk carves a quick little message that says Zanuck was here.
Nice.
Oh, where are we going? All right. Goodbye,
Yeah,
everybody.
It's time to go home. Last call, buddy.
Uh,
I stepped
but I got you, Terrence, and Buppy's gonna cast Resilient Sphere on Terrence and make him fail and push him through the portal.
There you go.
The nerd finally gets his revenge.
Yeah. You all find yourself in the very comfortable inside of the large carriage that you were in earlier in the day. The disembodied voice listens as you share the information with them in regards to what you found, and you are all handsomely rewarded with 100 platinum pieces each, and dropped off at the wagon station you were picked up from, with a thank you from the
Explain this one to Mom.
IRA.
I'm just glad there's no car bombing.
Oh god.
Hey, Mom, here's the monster ball.
As they drop each of you off, you hear the disembodied voice say, well, if you're interested, we do now have a Rakshasa to fight and an incubus, so, no rush or anything. If you want to stay, you can.
Tycho stays for sure.
Better totally.
Buppy.
Yes?
I'll message your mother. Have her sign the permission slip for this field trip. Would you like to go on an adventure with me?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Well, I bid you all a fond adieu.
Someone
As
should
I,
walk him home.
Believe I do have a gig this
He
evening,
just needs
so
to be rolled
goodbye.
home.
Who's the manager for that?
As he leaves, I slip the gold bauble into his coat.
Oh, I got
Ruby,
your
you
gold
want to go
star.
fight a Rakshasa?
Oh, I mean, it's no dragon, but you seem like a good luck charm for me.
And that is where our adventure ends today. Thank you so much for coming to the Monsters Ball.
Thank you for
That was
inviting us to the
amazing.
Monsters
This was so much
Ball.
fun.
Thank you, Rosie.
So much fun. Rosie, why don't you
You're
tell
welcome.
our audience where they can find you and any upcoming projects you've got?
Yeah, I'm Rosie_games on Twitter, which is the only social media I really use, so use that. And on February 3rd, my friend and I are launching a tea show. It's called Sip Happens, and we drink tea, we try new tea, and we rate it, and we just kind of bullshit. And we will be bringing on guests. I believe over the next couple of weeks, I get to sit down with Sean and Shannon, and we'll talk a little bit about your new season and all of the stuff. But yeah, so it's going to air on Wednesdays at noon Eastern time, and then a rerun will air at noon on Fridays as well. So yeah,
Very cool.
Rosie Game, twitch.tv/Rosie_games, which I've seen it pop up a few times in chat. So there you are.
Absolutely, and we'll post all of that to socials as well, so you can check out Rosie. Please follow her all around. She's great. This is the second time some of us have gotten to play with her, and it's been so much fun. Thank you so much on behalf of Paradise.
Thanks for
hanging out with
having
us
me,
tonight.
you all.
All right, folks, we've got excellent programming coming up throughout the rest of the month leading up to our Season 2 premiere. We have next week on February 1st, we have Josh Simon's game, which will be Shannon and I and some wonderful castmates from the community that we're very excited to play with. The week after that, on the 8th, we've got Shannon's inaugural DMing with the Paradise Boys. Hopefully we don't give her as much trouble as we gave Rosie tonight.
More.
Yeah, they know you better.
Yeah, and it will be a blast, Magic School Bus themed. I have made a lizard folk who is Lizzie the Lizard from Magic School Bus. But anyway,
Yes.
the Saturday after that, we have Duval, who will be DMing our last guest DM of the break season with, again, a wonderful cast and crew. And then February 15th, we begin Season 2 of Advantage in Paradise. Relaunched 2.0. We're going to have lots of great stuff leading up to it and leading after it. And all these wonderful people we've gotten to hang out with hopefully will join us again in the future in some form, whether it's in a game, perhaps as guest spots on Advantage in Paradise, or perhaps in other shows that we have. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, sticking with us all the way to 11:11. Make that wish. Thank you for staying with us in Paradise. Have a good night. We love you all, and stay safe out there.
My mom says that